What's popping, voters? Welcome to Election Night 2024. My name is Scott B, FKA Sox, and today we're going to be looking at one of the most important elections of our time. This is a dire time for democracy, and in the most important election that I believe we've ever had. And of course, it is going to be over. Oh no! Did I make a seed for this? Did I forget to make a seed for this? Hold on. I said I was gonna do it, and then I did. Hold. It's fine. No. I got this. We have the most important election of our time. It's going to be over. Don't look at the alien in the corner. Don't hold on. It's of course over. Can boys and girls be friends, or do feelings always get in the way? Polls right now are looking crazy. We have massive numbers. Voters are voting in mass. A lot of people saying yes. A lot of people voting independent. This is a crazy night. And I want to. I think real quickly we're just gonna bring our first guest in. Our first guest correspondent, who happens to also be an undecided voter himself. As soon as I have the button for it ready to go on my Steam Deck, give me Stream Deck. Actually, one sec. This is quite frankly, I'm in shock over the level of stream that has been happening today. Yeah, I just showed my entire Stream Deck. That's fine. It's fine. Let's go straight to our first guest. I'm going to bring in our guest correspondent and undecided voter, none other than Little Russ.
Hello.
Little Russ, thank you for joining me here.
Hey there, welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate being here.
And I really don't like that you're here. I really don't like that you're here, but unfortunately I have to have you here.
Yes, because I kind of represent a big influx of the American population when it comes to the relationship between men and women. I represent a large faction of people who feel very strange about women, are scared of them, don't know a lot about them, and I feel like we have a lot of pundits here who are going to say a thing or two about the situation, kind of play out the field, door to door kind of folks, the ground game when it comes to men and women. And I'm glad to be part of it. So, just to be clear, usually I'm the head writer of Scott's Silly Streams, the funny parody comedy funny show that Scott hosts regularly on Tuesdays, sometimes Saturdays. And
it's pretty much just Tuesdays, and then whenever I feel like I don't know where you got Saturdays from, unless you're trying to
stream.
I guess unless you're trying to make something happen.
No. But what I was going to say
is Little Russ making big moves.
Oh,
that might hold on. That's a good mini election. Hold on, let me put that one up real quick. Is Little Russ making big moves? No, yes, please continue.
Well, famously, I look up to the journalist Scott here. I usually call him Boss Man Scott because he's my boss. He's also hashtag my master. And I'm his apprentice in the world of comedy. I'm trying to learn like him. But today he's shedding his comedy skin and becoming a journalist lizard. A lizard man. And he is coming into his own. And when Scott first proposed the question, I got on my hands and knees and I said, Scott, give me an opinion, tell me what to do.
And I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't decide the democratic process for you, Russ.
There's no herding here. The Billy Goats must come on their own. Wait, what does that mean? And
I don't know. I don't know what that means. What are you talking?
The Billy Goats must come on their own. And that must mean that the hills are alive and the voters will arrive. And so I kind of represent many in America who are afraid of women, scared of women, don't know them, are separate from them. I know my mommy. I know my sister. I know some nice ladies who work at the local clerk's office when I have to do paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if men and women can be friends. Often you're hanging with them and you're like, hey, let me hand you a slice of pizza, and then your hand touches theirs, and suddenly everything's weird, and you never talk to them again.
Hmm.
Sometimes they share a fancy porter or beer with you, and you take a sip of it and you go, ah, indirect kiss, like in an anime. But then you think about it and you're like, well, there's always some truth to anime. And because anime comes from a place of wholesomeness and heart. And so in many ways, the voters like me we need a better opinion. But I met people who have successful friendships with women. Snoop Dogg and I forgot her name, the cleaning lady. The cleaning cooking lady. Do you know Martha Stewart?
Martha
Snoop Dogg,
Stewart,
Martha
yes,
Stewart.
that's right. They're close friends. I mean,
Uh,
we don't know whether or not they're going at it. I mean, we can assume that they are just friends, but like I don't want to jump to that conclusion because
yes, exactly.
they may be sharing the bed together. I don't
But
know.
you would never be able to say that because you are Bossman Scott. You're a journalist. Excuse me, journalist Scott. What should I call you
Thank you.
today?
You can call me Journal Man Scott.
Journal Man Scott. Journal Man Scott. I feel like I should call you Editor Scott. No.
Just keep saying Boss Man. It's fine.
Boss Man in Chief Scott. Yeah, Boss Man in Chief Scott. Because you're kind of the editor.
I don't like anything that you call me, so it's fine.
You've never particularly liked Boss Man Scott or hashtag my master.
Newsman Scott.
Newsman Scott. Newsman Scott.
Okay.
You should have the hat and you should have the big clippy. Thank you for sounding off in the chat, Shiloh Adventure 2 battle. So, hopefully by the end of the night, I will understand and know and be able to be part of hashtag join the conversation. I will have joined the conversation and said my word by the end of the night. I will have decided, can women and men be friends? It's never happened for me before, but maybe I'll be able to know if I could.
Right.
So thank you, Bossman Scott.
Excuse
me, Newsman Scott.
Thank you so much for getting it right. Now I have a big question for you, and it's whether this is something that I'm really hoping you're going to be able to answer. Do you think men hold a significant advantage in this election?
Do you think men are friendlier than women? Is that what you're trying to say?
I said if they hold a significant advantage in this election. Because part of this is whether or not this is boys versus girls.
Yeah, and a little bit it's true. I think they might have a disadvantage because if they sit on a bus, they have to spread their legs apart, aka man spreading. Women don't have to do that, but sometimes they do. I didn't think about it just till now, but I think that men need more leg room in cars and vehicles. And I think in a lot of ways, that's going to be a major detriment to kind of competition of this. Because think about how many things people do with their friends in cars. They drive to concerts.
Right.
Probably not a wrestling show. Those aren't friends. Those people don't have friends. Movies.
Right.
Yeah. Going to a funny hot dog place. Shiloh Adventure 2 Bell sounds off in the chat. I think this poll may suffer from voluntary response bias, and the Democrats responding to this issue. You can go sound off elsewhere.
Hold on, real quick, Shiloh. Are you talking about the current election that's happening? Is Lil Russ making big moves, or the election that's happening, the larger election that's happening, whether or not boys and girls be friends? That's what you need to understand. It is currently 100% split between two votes. Is Lil Russ making big moves, both yes and no?
Wow. I should have gotten my team out there. Oh, Threat Framework sounds off in the chat, giving a rock on, Scott.
Rock on.
Many people say politics can't be rock and roll, but I like to call politics rocket tricks, and kind of the way that politics nowadays actually can be somewhat popular, and there can be freaking rock star politicians out there.
Right. And I do think there are a lot of rock stars out there who are, quite frankly, more than able to carry the political burden that some other music genres, maybe something like rap, which I know you personally have said rap is crap.
I do often think rap is crap, and think of these two famous rockers who have passed away. Notorious B.I.G., Notorious R.B.G.
Speak on that.
Well, Notorious B.I.G. was famous rapper who rapped about living in New York and owning video game consoles and having sex with women. And Notorious R.B.G. Rapped, did kind of the equivalent of political rap in Supreme Court.
Interesting.
And so, in a lot of ways, politics is the new rock and roll, if you think about it.
And I do, and I do want to just say, this is a completely unpolitical stream, but I do think it's a political stream. You're right. This is a nonpartisan stream, and I do want you to keep yelling at me while we're speaking, because I think this is how we create a good dialogue. But I do think it's important, even in a good nonpartisan context, to say Ruth Conda forever.
Ruth Conda forever. Please sound off in the chat. If you want to hashtag join the conversation, please type in the Twitch chat, Ruth Conda forever. And let everybody be known that's kind of what we stand for.
Mm-hmm.
You might not have agreed with her or her policies, but in the end, Ruth Conda forever.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And I do want to just direct you real quick. I got an alien on screen. I do want to direct you real quick just to this Reddit thread. Can men and women be platonic friends? Mm-hmm. This is I think where the real conversation is happening here over on Reddit. The reason I'm asking is because the majority of friends are friends in the first place, and friends are because someone decided to put them in the friend zone, usually women. So if a guy is waiting for the first opportunity to not be friends anymore, is he truly a friend? And the first person, wait, hold on. There was a different first one here. But this person says, yes, men and women can be friends.
Wow.
That's huge.
My opinion, I agree now.
The majority of friends are friends in the first place because friends are someone decided to put them in the friend zone, usually women. Now, that's actually...
Now I change it again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so hard being an undecided voter. Ah! Fuck! Shit!
Now, I think that's
I think so many fucking good points. Fuck.
I do think that's such an important. I do think it's an important point. Is if someone gets put in the friend zone, does that mean feelings have gotten in the way?
Wow, that's such a good question.
Or can they still be friends? This is what this conversation is all about. Is can boys and girls be friends, or do feelings get in the way?
Yes. Can a man and a woman go to a sports game together? And then the kiss cam starts, and then they can go no. Or would they feel obligated to kiss? I don't know. It's so hard. Fuck. And I hope to be able to decide because I'm such an undecided voter.
Right.
I think that's the hypothetical we're gonna. If by the end of the night, if the kiss cam's on me, would I kiss the girl?
Right.
Yes or no?
Now, Grass Dragon in the chat does ask, don't you smooch your friends on the kiss cam? And it's like, now, if you were in a platonic relationship with a friend who happens to be a girl and the kiss cam does come up, do you make that contact?
Yeah, it's so true. Thank you for sounding off in the chat, Grass Dragon. Now
I have a question. Russ. If the kiss cam, like, if it came, get that alien out of here. If it came on me, like, would you?
Well, newsman Scott, it would kind of be because you're my boss man most of the time. It would depend on what you told me.
It would create a power imbalance. That's true, but like, you know, it's like,
you'd like it.
I'm not saying I would like it. It's like,
but the power part, not me. You're not.
No, you're right. I would love having that control over you, but like, yes. The idea of kissing you, I don't necessarily. Well, you know, it's not like I don't think I would hate it.
If you were sitting next to, let's say, if Scott was a Pokemon trainer and he was sitting next to Mr. Mime,
mm-hmm.
and the kiss cam turned on at Scott and Mr. Mime, he would make Mr. Mime kiss him, not because he's sexually attracted to Mr. Mime, but because he had the power over Mr. Mime.
Yes, it's simply because I am the now. If an enemy trainer had a Mr. Mime, and and the enemy trainer told me to kiss them, would I kiss that Mr. Mime? It would depend.
Is the trainer a boy or a girl?
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yes.
These are the kinds of questions no one is asking.
Yes. Oh, mistletoe. Now the mistletoe.
Mhm.
Wow, the mistletoe.
Mhm.
Yes, we're gonna find out a lot. We might, Newsman Scott might have to bust out some mistletoe tonight. Do you keep any on you?
I unfortunately don't keep any on me. I'm trying to see what I have here. I do have.
I thought
Until the enemy on your enemy's list has been vanquished.
Why did that cut off? That wasn't supposed to cut off. I do want to say that there were some issues with the alerts before. They've gotten a little. They got a little out of hand. Some of them weren't sounding off the way they were supposed to, and some of them like just plain weren't working. I've combed through the alerts. I've made sure they're working as intended. So every alert should be coming on exactly as we need them to. Coin Fables, yes. Thank you. I'm sorry you didn't get to hear the entire follow alert. Hold on, real quick. Russ, now, this,
keep tweeting.
Every enemy on your list
has been
vanquished.
No matter how many times you get.
Now, it appears I have met a follower goal. I don't know what that means. Thank you so much, Zoe Trope, for sounding off. Thank you, Shiloh. This is awesome.
Everyone's sounding off in the chat.
And remember,
when people sound off in the chat,
please go to the pinned tweet and remember to go and cast your vote. And I think we're gonna make sure. I think so, but I won't lie. I wanted to bang at least 75% of my female friends. The other 25% wanted to bang me.
Oh, that's such a good point.
Oh, no!
I have had sex with the women I know in my life.
It's
so fucking hard being a man.
No matter how many times you get old, just keep logging on.
Thank you for the follow, Grass Dragon. We're about time to go get our first guest in. Russ, as our on the ground pundit, who's out there. You're on the streets. You're talking to real people. You're trying to find out the heart of what's going on in this political landscape. I just want now. Shiloh Adventure 2 Battled asks, wait, do 25% of my friends want to bang me? Well,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
What's up, Shiloh?
But Newsman Scott, please keep it non-political. Keep it.
Sorry. I need to be unbiased in this kind of situation.
Listen, as somebody with a journalism degree, which is I say like, but please, you cannot want to have sex with your audience.
Right. I can't. You're right. I think it's actually. I'm sorry. I do have to.
You have to look down on them and feel like they're foolish.
I do have a prepared statement here. I am sorry for announcing on the stream that I insinuated that maybe I would want to sleep with someone in the chat, specifically Shiloh Adventure 2 Battle. I didn't mean to cause any issues or discontent, and I hope everyone can forgive me. Well, let's move on to our first guest. We're gonna have you sounding off with us every now and then. Little Russ. I don't know why
Yes.
For some reason, you in a news context really makes you feel like so much bigger to me.
Yes.
That's very exciting.
Say? You know, in the marketplace of debate, which I am such a regular member of, and I love being part of #Join the Conversation.
Right.
Which, you know, kind of like the movie Megalopolis. Scott's a big movie fan, by the way, and knows a lot about them.
Right.
And in the movie Megalopolis, you know, he's all about starting the #debate, which is kind of like join the conversation. And so let's let the debate begin, because in the battle of debate, it's all about id. It's not about id, it's about superego. And whoever pulls it off is the winner. Thank you.
Now I've noticed someone else has joined in here. I don't think it's who we had scheduled, but
Hello. Yes. I thought this was preparing Ask Scott when I should show up channel. I see now that I've misunderstood.
Wow.
that's okay. That's okay.
Wow.
Okay. That should be
In
set.
parliamentary procedure, that's minus 10 points. Minus 10 points.
We'll be catching up with whoever said those crazy words in a little bit.
Feel free to sound off in the chat on your own time.
We do have our first guest ready to go. I don't see. Do we have video? Do we have something? Okay, here we go. We have our first guest ready and waiting. Hello. Let me see. You are Bart Simpson?
That is correct. My name is Bart Simpson.
Thank you. Welcome for coming on Election Night 2024. Now, real quick, I see that someone named Moon Okay first time chat said, "What have men done to earn the friendship of women? Girly wine night, rom-com sleepovers are privilege, not a right." Bart Simpson, do you have a retort for this?
I can have a retort for this. Yes. So, what have men done to earn the right of friendship of women? This is a question that we're always asking, because I would like as many friends as possible. As a man whose name is Bart Simpson, I get all of the write-in votes for Bart Simpson.
Really? That's
election.
So interesting.
Yes. What I did there was deflect, so I didn't have to answer the question, which is how you know I'm a candidate. But I don't want to be. I cannot.
Interesting.
I do not want the votes. Please stop writing me in. There is a real man named Bart Simpson. I am that man. Every time you write in Bart Simpson, I get that fucking vote, and I cannot handle the responsibility. I can't.
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh.
want it.
Wow.
I don't want to do it. I just want friends.
I bet
and you don't need to write that in.
I bet your constituents want to strangle you.
Grass Dragon in the chat says, "It sounds like you're having a cow, man." Shiloh Adventure 2 Battle says, "I caramba."
That is not fucking funny. I have had to hear this my entire life. My name is a family name that I get across hundreds of years. My father, Adolf Simpson, gave it to me when I was born, because that's how people normally get names. And
That's Russ, can you verify that, please? You are the fact checker. Yeah.
Yes, I am fact checking, and that gets 0 Pinocchios from me. But it gets 5 Maggies.
So the question is, should people write me in, or the question is, like, can women be friends with men? What is the question?
The question of this particular election is, can men and friends be women, or do feelings get in the way? And I bet you do have a lot of opinions on this, Bart Simpson.
Let's think about it in Simpsons terms. And that's just what came to mind.
That's not fucking funny. I don't talk in Simpsons terms. I don't want Simpsons terms.
But do you think Reverend Lovejoy's wife, whose name I can't remember, so I'll just say Reverend Lovejoy's wife could be friends with Homer Simpson and nothing weird come out of it?
There is no Homer Simpson in my family. There is no Homer Simpson in my family. Why are we talking about this?
But just in The Simpsons, is a very popular show. And
I've never watched the show. What? You need to understand. I have to be Bart Simpson every day of my life.
Wait, you've never watched The Simpsons?
Why would I need to? Why would I need to watch
one of the funniest shows in American history.
It's like a classic show.
Okay, it's ruined my life. Why would I watch something that ruined my life?
Because you can like better come to understand it, and so you can like understand other people who are trying to make connections with you, who have been writing you in, who clearly want to make a connection.
Here, how about this compromise? You just don't watch the Bart episodes.
They're the worst ones anyways. They're the worst ones anyways.
Yes. Bart gets an F, you skip it.
Oh yeah, Bart, like anything where Bart has to learn a lesson is like fucking like who gives a shit?
I've been hearing Bart is the worst my entire life. Why would I want the show that reduces the name Bart to a
Just watch
joke.
the one where Homer has the pile of sugar. Just watch that one.
That's a really good one. Yeah.
There is no Homer in my family. Why is the show real? Why is it ruining my life?
Yeah.
I'm the mayor of 3 towns. I don't want to be, because people keep writing me in. People keep writing it in. Like there is no
Right.
my brother.
I don't like Mayor
Peter
Quimby.
Griffin. He keeps winning elections too. We don't want this. We're just simple people. I look at me. Look at me as a person for a minute.
Right.
Am I yellow? Do I have spikes that are also hair? I don't know how the character works because I've never watched the show.
Right. Do you
Yeah,
like
I was
to
wondering.
skateboard?
I was wondering how you like made such a poignant connection to the aesthetics. But I guess you could just look up a picture of Bart Simpson. Is that an issue too when you search Bart Simpson? Like pictures of him come up instead of you.
I'm very familiar with the character because I've had to Google my name my entire time, and it's horrible for employers because they see this rambunctious child who causes all this mayhem and disrespects his
Right.
family, as I understand it. There's pictures of his little him riding a skateboard with his wiener out. That you understand how hard that is
Yes.
when somebody is
Mhm.
doing a background check on
But-
me.
But counterpoint, just to bring this up, just in the spirit of debate, which is my favorite thing, you can put on your resume that you're the mayor of 3 towns. So in many ways, it's an open job prospects.
I
for
am a
you.
historically unpopular mayor
What
because I've never
happens-
seen The Simpsons, and I have to be. Have you ever tried to do 3 of anything at a time?
So okay. So
Have you
are
ever
they
tried to do
trying
3 of anything at a time? It's
Are
horrible.
they trying to make you do Bart Simpson hijinks, like to entertain them or something?
Yeah,
What does
like-
that entail?
Like, you know, we're doing like graffiti, doing like skateboard stuff. Like, you know, if do you have do you commonly use a what is it called? A slingshot?
Yeah.
This child it's already hard enough to be liked as a human being without doing all this stuff, and you're telling me that I should promote destruction of property and killing people because is Bart Simpson a murderer of some kind? A murderer of windows and walls and doors and things of that nature?
Well, he does ride his skateboard on walls sometimes.
He has been known to destroy a few things. He did cut off the head of Jebediah Springfield.
Right.
is that?
It's the founder of the town of Springfield.
Yes.
But
I live in Springfield.
really.
Yes.
So and you've never. Okay, so you don't know any of the bits. You don't know anything from The Simpsons.
Wow.
No. What's the significance of Springfield? That's where I live. That's where I'm from. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. No. That's interesting. This is interesting. Like you've never.
Springfield, Missouri, Springfield, Oregon. Any specific Springfield?
Why would I dox myself like that?
Well, here's the beautiful thing: is if you type Bart Simpson from Springfield and then whatever state, people aren't going to be able to find you regardless.
It's so true.
Because Springfield in the show is a like nebulous is nebulously like Midwestern in whatever state it could be in.
Mhm.
I don't need that. I want to be found, but I want to be found in person. I don't want some people looking me up online trying to find
Well,
answers to some like conspiracy theory
this-
about this weird boy who causes
Yes.
problems.
Yes.
Just because listen, I have been unemployed my entire life because of this fucking kid.
Minus the
this-
mayorships.
Minus the historically unpopular. They've garnished my
still get paid.
wages.
Oh
They've
wow.
garnished my wages because of the horrible things that have happened under my watch that I had no choice to stop because something else was happening in another city.
Did an evil clown try to kill you? You were so bad at it.
Once,
Really? Oh,
Whoa.
yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. A clown or a clown sidekick, a sideshow, if you will.
So here's the thing, right? I have a great relationship with most clowns, but this one fucking clown
Yeah, sounds like a
Just-
politician.
has it out for me, and he's been smearing me and has been trying to get rid of me for as long as he's known me. I don't understand why. I don't know what I did to wrong him. I'm just living my life. I've been living my life as long as I've been alive. But this freak, this sideshow character, as you describe him, he's been a blight on my existence and on my family.
Okay, so in your world, this you don't know anything about The Simpsons. You've never
No.
watched The Simpsons.
I am Bart Simpson. I don't
You are
need
Bart
to
Simpson,
watch a
yeah,
show
yeah.
about me. No.
Well, I don't think the show is about you.
Well,
Like, are you so that fucking self-centered?
Yeah.
Like what are you
No,
talking
It's
about?
called The Simpsons.
I
All
know
of
he
the
isn't me.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
not
do
all The
those things.
Simpsons.
I've done
The
none of
show's
that.
not called Bart Simpson.
Well, okay.
Well, they really wanted to make it that because he was like the
That's
most
but other
true.
real life characters are other real life people in the show, or is it all fictional people?
I mean, there are a couple. I mean, like John Cena was recently on it.
Yeah, Lady Gaga.
Elon Musk was on it.
So these
Yeah.
are real people.
Mhm.
Well, no,
They're cartoons.
no. I mean, there's also a guy who works at a comic book shop. I don't think he's a real guy, but he's like he's a pastiche of like the sort of like, you know, guy who works at a comic book shop / like geek archetype.
I've never met her, but I think Lady Gaga's real,
Yes.
and she's in
Well,
the
it's
show.
a bit of a performance of herself, but we don't need to go in on that. If where Steph begins and where Lady Gaga stops, but we don't need to.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's all kind of a performance. Lady Gaga's not necessarily.
Right.
We don't. Anyway,
She might not even be the same person that she was.
can I ask a
Well,
question?
and I have to
please?
remain completely impartial. If you could,
What-
please.
what-
If you could be
what's your
slow,
question?
Russ.
Well, we focus a lot on politics because politics is so hot. They say politics is the new rock and roll in a lot of
Mhm.
ways. But also, how does it work being to go back to the thing between men and women, how does it work being on the freaking apps? Sorry to go a little bit of stand-up comedy on you. But what is it like being on the apps with Bart Simpson as your name?
Right.
Do women go like, "Are you grown up Bart Simpson?
and
Are you a
also,
little boy?
can you be friends with them?
Can you be a friend with me, but then maybe love?
But do
then
like,
that kinda
but our
complicates
our
things?
feelings gonna get in the way.
Our
Our-
feelings-
Right, of course. The reason that I'm here, I apologize for derailing the conversation with my fucking name, my curse, my existence. This thing that everyone seems to find to be a joke. Yes, it has been very difficult on a personal level, boy and girl mainly, because it seems both men and women enjoy The Simpsons.
Wow.
So I
you
think
speak
that
to-
if two genders can enjoy the same evil stuff, I'm sure
On
they can
that-
enjoy the same good things too.
The Simpsons isn't evil. Come on, come on.
You're telling me that the Bart Simpson is a morally upstanding character?
Well, Bart Simpson is not morally upstanding, but he's kind of like. Have you ever watched I almost said The Little Rascals. That's not it. Dennis the Menace. Have you ever watched Dennis the Menace?
Maybe, I don't know.
Well,
Dennis the Menace. He used to be on Cups at Dairy Queen, the restaurant.
Oh yes, Dairy Queen. I'm very familiar. Yes, continue.
Well, you know, the whole premise for Dennis the Menace is, you know, he is. I was hoping this would be a bit more of a cultural touchstone, so you might understand the Bart Simpson ethos a little better. Because all you seem to understand about Bart Simpson is that he's some sort of like satanic evil creature, which I don't think is necessarily true.
Well, no, I'm sure he's perfect. I don't think anybody is just pure evil. I think that people are a victim of some, society. Maybe the people of this fictional world that he lives in made him to be this way, and because he's unable to.
He's actually pretty much just like a complete outsider in that regard. Like he's
Yeah.
Does he not have writers?
he's
Does he not have
considered
writers that make him that way.
He's considered uniquely mischievous in a way only he can be. There are other mischievous and almost like bullyish characters, but he's also regularly bullied by some of the older bullies.
I understand. Okay, so but there are writers that manipulate his behavior and make him do the things that he does. Correct, like animators, perhaps.
I mean, yeah, you're making it sound like Bart Simpson himself, like the soul of Bart Simpson, is being controlled by malicious bad actors.
Is this
my life has been controlled by malicious and bad actors, such as this Bart Simpson character, who has again influenced and changed my life. Now you're asking me, can men and women be friends, right?
Right.
Well, I talked to my sister Lisa about this all the time. I consider us to be friends. I consider my sister Lisa to be a friend. There's purely platonic. Certainly, I would never. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Now, I do think there's something different there in that you have a familial relationship, which
Yes,
I don't want to. Now,
Can a family member not be a friend? Can a family member not be a friend? Can a wife
friend,
not be a friend?
no. A family member and a wife can be friends. It's just I think if you're a direct family member, then that might be, it might be off the table for feelings to get in the way. But maybe if it was like a stepsister, that might be something different. But we don't necessarily. You agree, obviously, as I'm sure we all do at this point. But I do see that Shiloh Adventure 2 Battle has written in the chat. I think this bit is more of a Shelbyville idea.
So true. Thank you for sounding off the Adventure 2 battle.
Thank you very much. So here, I'm a bit of a media analyst, except for The Simpsons. Because
Except for The Simpsons.
You know a lot about media.
Correct.
Except for The Simpsons. Okay.
Right. I've been trying to make my own way into the world because again, I cannot find formal employment. So
Right.
I'm a self-employed media analyst, which means I watch a lot of television and movies, really.
Right.
Because they won't. You're the first person that's ever interviewed me. This is the
Yes.
only time I've ever been able to speak my mind about being Bart Simpson. So thank you for that. And I want
You're
to
welcome.
engage in good faith with the question that you asked me instead of derail the conversation with my cumbersome name that has been a burden on me. Now,
Right.
regarding the question about whether men and women can be friends, one of the most important pieces of media that's ever interacted with this question was the film When Harry Met Sally.
Interesting.
Now they've engaged with this question: can men and women be friends? And this rom-com, this romantic comedy, engaged with that because they do sort of have their relationship redefined throughout the years. Now, of course, they do get together as a couple at the end of the film, which sort of, makes it inconclusive as to whether or not men and women can be friends, because ultimately they do pursue a romantic relationship with one another. But that is also built on the foundation of that initial friendship. So can it not stand to reason that, like, if you see, if you only look at the outcome and not the present, like if you only see the end result, everything eventually leads to death, and then some, successful friendships can possibly lead to a romantic one regardless of gender. So the question of can men and women be friends is yes, possibly. I don't know. I only watched the one movie.
Well, what you're saying is, okay, so you've only seen When Harry Met Sally.
That's the only movie I've ever seen.
And you're immediate, okay. But what you're ostensibly saying is eventually feelings got in the way.
Yeah.
Well, look, I've worn out this VHS front and back. Yes. I mean, but like,
But you don't even remember.
I've watched this VHS so many times now that like it only only the first 45 minutes happened. So they're still friends at that point. So in my world, they remain friends.
So the rest of the tape doesn't work for you.
Not anymore.
Okay, that's interesting. Have you watched like anything else? Like,
What's that question? What is that? I thought we were asking me like whether men and women.
No,
friends.
I'm
Now
just
you're
like-
asking me if I own VHSs. What?
Yeah.
I'm just like really interested in your whole like situation here because you have a whole bunch of things going on in the background that seem like the details aren't all totally lining. Not like turn around. Not like physically. I mean like your background as a person. Yeah, as Grass Dragon in the chat says that you seem to have a rich inner life in that you've only seemed to have watched one movie. You have never watched The Simpsons.
Correct.
So what else do you do? Like what?
Yeah. What's your media diet?
Yeah, what's
What do you
going
enjoy?
on?
I've been
Do you
trying to
like,
get I've been trying to get convicted for a felony because I don't want to be mayor of 3 cities anymore. Which is, I am based in Springfield. There is no Springfield.
I
in
think you're
Georgia,
cringe.
I don't think.
I think you're
So
cringe.
I'm
I think you're cringe.
Thank you.
Wow.
I am trying to get. I have
Can-
this sticker on my head to reflect the fact that I've committed voter fraud, and if I hopefully get convicted of a felony, I can no longer be mayor. So I can finally go back to living in peace and not have two cities currently underwater. By the way,
They're under.
Really?
Wait, why are they underwater?
I don't know. They are landlocked states.
Interesting.
Right. I don't know. They
Can
won't
you-
tell me. They won't tell me because they don't like me.
Can you not be the mayor if you're a felon? There's no felon mayors.
I
don't-
mean, you can be a fucking president if you're a felon. Like if this fucking
Whoa.
election
Hey, too
goes away.
political.
Hey, yeah,
This
you're
man's
right.
not-
Sorry,
this
I'm
man's not-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is like
Listen.
I took this election night coverage in a direction I don't think we were ready for, especially when we're supposed to
You
be
seem to be
focusing
forgetting
on the
fact that I'm
question.
the mayor and I can make the laws. Probably. I wish I knew how the job worked.
Wow.
What else?
Um,
Real quick, because we're almost out of time. What's the first law you would make if you had the ability, if they let you?
I would make it so that men and women can be friends without question.
Wow.
Thank you so
We know
much.
where you're leaning. That's where we know where you're leaning. Okay.
Thank you so much for your time, Bart Simpson. This has been a confusing conversation, and I just want to. You're on the apps, right?
Well, I'm fortunately locked in a battle of wits with a woman right now, and I think it's courtship. I believe it to be courtship. I would hope so.
What's her name? What's her name?
I'm sorry.
What's her name?
Stewie Griffin.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace on earth and mercy mild.
And thank you so much, Bart Simpson, for everything that you've
Wow,
everything
what
you've
a
done for
great
us today.
conversation. And
That was
such
an
a
excellent
beautiful-
conversation.
Yes. So often in politics, it's all attacks and attack ads and being so rude to people and not having a conversation. And Bart Simpson joined the hashtag conversation. And let's just say I'd eat those shorts.
I think I would eat those shorts as well. Actually, like
Yes,
just
yes,
looking at
yes.
just looking at him.
I
We
would
have
go
our
to
next.
Camp Krusty with that Bart Simpson. Is all I'll say.
We have our next guest up. This is political educator Abby Denton. If Abby is ready to come on the stream,
Hello. Yes. Do I turn on?
I would
I've
like it
got-
if you turned on your camera. Yes.
Yes. Can I put the output to multiple? Yes.
There we
Hello.
go. Hi, hello,
You
Abby.
can still
Hello, Abby.
see all my stuffed animals behind me.
That's okay. That's okay. Abby Denton, we understand that you are something of a political educator, that you have been going around teaching people all of the important things that they need to know about this election. And if you could just, Russ is a bit of an undecided voter himself.
Oh,
so
yes.
if you could just go ahead and let us know, like, treat us as your students, as you normally would.
All right. Well, I think the most important thing to keep in mind is that as long as you go out there and you vote your hardest,
Hmm.
you can go home proud of yourself. It's not whether your party wins or loses. It's how you
Mm.
play the game.
So
Right.
true.
Yes, and I think you'll find that the real victor today is good sportsmanship.
Interesting.
Wow.
Oh, that's so amazing. Now, again, treating us as you would any of your other students. Go ahead and like tell us what the electoral process is like for you. Are you eating Lucky Charms?
I'm eating the
Okay.
Hot Ones tie-in bourbon chicken from Panda Express.
Wow.
As an educator, I guess like, you
Yes.
really have to. Russ is a bit of an educator himself, so like,
Yes, it's so true. I like to go, we're having
Oh,
all
you're
these
an educator? Name 5 facts.
5 facts. Well, I famously got asked on the stream once to name 5 women. So 5 facts. The 2 + 2 = 4. That's a little bit of a goofy one.
Okay, no.
No, that's true. That's
okay.
true.
It's true. Dogs are boys, cats are girls. No, that's not a fact.
No, that's an
No.
opinion.
Men are from
No.
Mars, women are from Venus.
Come
Oh,
on, no, those are things that are up for debate.
Oh no, I just
You
love
know that
debating and
Japanese-
debate so much.
We need to teach the controversy, all right? The woke liberal elite will tell you.
Oh, now I
boy
like the
and
sound of
girl
Abby.
cat.
Ooh, this is the kind of pundit I like to hear. Speak on that. Speak on that, Abby.
I was doing that before you interrupted.
And I'm so happy that I'm able to join in on the hashtag. And I love that
thank you.
Abby is saying so many smart things that are just so good to hear. And so many people need to join the hashtag conversation. So
That's right.
Anyway,
And remember
please, Abby, speak on that.
please go check the pinned tweets and vote so we can go
Yes.
ahead and we can check those statistics and we can figure out, we can solve this election today. Can boys and girls be friends or do feelings get in the way?
yes. Sound off in the chat if you say Abby rocks. Sound off in the chat if you're like Abby rolls. So please, let's continue.
I'll tell you, this is the easiest guest spot I've ever done. I haven't had to say a single word yet.
Can you speak on that?
Indeed, I haven't had a
Can you speak on that, please?
No.
Yes. And why Abby says no is because so often people tell us, people who kind of stand against the wokies, that we have to speak on whatever they want us to speak on and answer any answer we have. And frankly, the fact of the matter is that we are done speaking. We'll let the votes speak for themselves.
Well,
Thank
we
you.
still have to count the votes. We in fact need to keep speaking until the votes are ready to be counted.
Count the votes.
That's
They're-
actually my work as a political educator. I found counting the votes can be one of the most engaging things,
Interesting.
because sometimes these votes will go up as high as like 18, 19
Really?
Yeah. numbers
Wow.
that my students haven't encountered yet.
Wow.
They find it quite fascinating to see in the electoral process how big numbers can get, sometimes as
Mhm.
high as 23, 24. I mean 23 is a very large prime number to children of this age.
Yes. Oh wow. I was gonna ask what the average age of your political students are, but
67.
67.
That seems high.
Yeah.
It is the average in Congress, I believe.
It's so interesting that they're it's so interesting that they're older. Their age is older than the numbers they can count up to.
Yes, well, I mean it's modesty, really. You know, once you go above a certain age, you prefer to stop counting them. And they just have extended that rule into their day-to-day lives.
Right.
Right. Interesting. Now, I've really been wanting to hear one of your like actual lectures that you intend, because you've got some very famous political lectures out there.
Yes.
I've been wanting to hear one of them for a while. If you could just like
You know,
go
Scott
ahead,
is
take it away.
non-partisan. Scott is non-partisan. but
I'm non-Parmesan,
he
yeah.
he takes his shoes off like anybody else, then the socks, and dips his toes in the intellectual dark web. And Abby, I know you say some things that the wokies don't like to hear,
Right.
because you speak truth to power, and so often people like you are silenced in the traditional media, and we're
Right.
so lucky for you to have a space here. So please go off, speak your mind. There's no censorship here. The closest censorship you're gonna find around here is me me sensing an enemy and erring, which is getting an oar and oaring them on the head, which is to hit them on the head with an oar. So please, Abby, I want to hear this. Thank you.
Well, I mean, I have to say this is probably the first time I've ever seen sorry for my ringtone there. I've ever seen someone being told that they've been silenced and aren't allowed to speak in a public forum, and then have actually been prevented from speaking in a public forum because their host wouldn't shut up.
What are you saying? I don't know what you're talking about.
I've never been set up to say something for 10 minutes straight.
And that pisses me off, because Abby deserves
And
to have what they need to say go. So please, Abby, go on.
Abby, if you could go off.
Yeah, well,
And I do want to really
glad-
quickly just say that our latest mini election for Abby Rocks, the winner is Rules, with 6 votes. So Abby does in fact rule and does not drool.
Wow.
Thank you very much. It's an honor just to be considered, frankly. But I am glad that it was a good one. We could have gotten some write-in votes. It could have gotten off.
Wow. So true.
And remember,
So,
please, to go and check the pin tweet and make sure you get out there and vote and make your voice heard and join the conversation.
Hashtag join the conversation. So often people don't join the conversation. Abby, how do you feel about the people who don't join the conversation?
And I really do want to hear one of your lectures as well.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. I've forgotten the question.
Abby, what do you
Well-
feel about
well, I'd
people
love
who
to
don't
share
ask?
with I'd love
What
to
do you-
share with you one of my lectures, Scott. Which of my lectures would you like to hear?
Oh, the
And
one that got you
why?
in trouble. The one
The
that
one
got
that
you
got you
in
the
trouble.
one
most
that got
in
me
trouble.
The one that they don't want you to hear.
Well, you know, I was thinking the other night that the cruelest party game to play would be discussion of like what's the most offensive thing that you could say and it's okay.
Right.
Mhm.
Because the moment someone loses that game, they've alienated their entire
Right.
friendship.
Which is so funny because I would let you say whatever you want, Abby. So please say whatever you want. Go
Absolutely, please.
off. Say the most offensive thing.
The
Our
floor
chat-
is yours. The floor is yours. The chat is begging you to please, if you
The
could.
the floor is also incredibly low. You could say whatever and get away with it. So,
Floor may
Abby,
be low, Russ, but by no means is it mine.
yeah, I'm little Russ, so I'm low to the ground always. So please, Abby.
Okay, well, I've been thinking about it, and I think on this live stream, this digital live stream format, I think it's time someone took the Amish down a peg.
Wow.
Interesting. Speak on that. Speak on that.
Well, you got to know your audience, and that was the main thing in my mind when I decided to have a go at the Amish for my. Some people aren't ready to hear about it, but I think the Amish are smug, and I think the Mennonites
Wow.
I think they dress poorly.
Whoa.
Interesting.
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 What do you think about their apple butter or their blankets?
Well, now I have diabetes, so I'm much more on
Right.
team blanket.
And I'm with you. I'm also
Gotta take
I'm
care
also
of
a
your
high
feet.
blood sugar warrior.
Wow.
Are you? Well, I mean, I'm. Sometimes it's low,
Sometimes it is low. That's right.
Insulin
kinda have-
dependence, my friend.
I kind of have emotional diabetes. 'Cause I have to have sugar. I have to have sugar occasionally when I feel really bad.
I often tell my girlfriend the same thing. I say, "Hey, baby, give me some sugar." What it is. What it is.
So
I think you need to learn how to say what it is in every language in order to exist
and so many
happily
of these
in a
wokies
cosmopolitan
don't know what
city.
it is. They live in their own freaking bubble, and that is so true, Abby. I love that you point it out and you say it like it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's. I think asking what it is important to the Judeo-Christian outlook, frankly, because after being taken away from servitude in Egypt, the Lord gave them water from stones and manna, which they ate. And manna, of course, means what it is.
That sounds like you have a call. It sounds like someone's interrupting you.
That's absolutely typical of this stream, Scott.
Hello? What are you?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
I'm here. Wait, I'm here. Fuck. Hello?
Hello? I'm sorry, Abby. It looks like our political scientist has come here to give us the skirt statistics.
Shit, fuck, hang on. Hold on. Hang on. Just give me a second.
Of course, of course.
Are we good? Fuck. Wait, hang on. Sorry. Hang on. Everybody, please hang on. Are we,
We're good. We're good, Pseudo. We're good. If you want to give us the statistics.
We're good?
Yes, we're good. We're good.
Thank you,
Sorry, I
Grass
just got the
Dragon, for
scammer.
sounding off in the chat. I'm hanging for dear life. Thank you. And sound off in the chat if you're.
I only have the live feed, so I can only really see it on the live feed. I
That's
can't hear
okay.
you right now because my headphones set up Bluetooth. We couldn't afford them.
If you're in
So-
line, stay in line.
I've got a little bit of a delay.
And remember to vote. And thank you, Abby, for your patience while there's. This is breaking news. I'm sorry.
Okay, are we
Absolutely, of course.
set? No. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Hi everybody, I'm here on Pseudo Streams. Wait, take that back. Hang on. Hang on. Can you edit that out? Edit that out.
It's live. It's live, Pseudo.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kyle Gold. Welcome to Kyle's Gold Mine. I'm the resident. Today I'm the statistician on the block here. As we're getting it up. As we're getting it up for we're getting it on
And Abby, thank you so much for your patience.
See just exactly how tonight is going to play out here at the gold mines. We like to consider ourselves and we are going to give you the stats right now. Hang on. Let me just put on. Why don't you go ahead? Ask me that question, or wait, whatever you do on this program.
Thank you so much, Kyle. This has been an amazing update.
Yes. Let me introduce you to tonight's statistical analysis. Today, we've got a couple of important metrics that we're going to be watching today. We have here a chart of all of the states in the United States of America. We are going to be watching these, and we're going to be filling these in live, real time as we figure out what's going on in America right now. We also have also the statistics we'll be doing live statistics. So as the votes come in, you'll be able to see here live on our charts that what is happening. And with that, we're going to be able we're going to be able to figure out before they even call it what they're calling it.
Thank you so much for your update, Pseudo.
Wow.
That was amazing stuff. Kyle. Sorry, Kyle. You're Kyle Gold. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm Kyle Gold. I heard you guys are doing there's a question of the evening. Is that what's going on?
Yes, it's the poll that we're doing right now. It's whether or not boys and girls can be friends or feelings get in the way. That is what this election is about, Kyle. This is what we discussed. Kyle! Jesus! It's like you don't even know what you're doing. Get out of here! Bye!
Wait.
Get out of here! Go!
I thought ahead. Look, I know how you get, so I thought ahead, and I went ahead, and today I prepared for you. What I'm going to do to bridge the gap and
Kyle, we have a guest.
Hang on. I'm going to prove to you in the simple steps what I can do to bridge the gaps. Because tonight I'm going to be making Amy Klobuchar's hot dish. That's right. It's been big on Twitter, and I was looking it up. It's a simple enough recipe. Amy Klobuchar. Folks, tonight, for those of you at home making hot dish with me, because I know you're following the Twitter, and I gave you a little preview. Of what we're doing. I'm going to be first, and here's the recipe for those of you who want to join.
Kyle, your segment was supposed to be 3 minutes tops.
What? You said
it's supposed to be an update. Breaking news.
1 pound of mushroom. You're going to want 1 bag of frozen tater tots. You're going to want 1 pound of beef or ground pork or turkey. And you're going.
Thank you so much, Abby, for joining us.
No. Absolutely. It was an honor and a privilege. Well, there's no time for my political lecture anymore. So
come on.
You have to subscribe to my service on Truth Medium,
Truth Social, Rumble.
Truth
your guest
Rumble.
appearance.
Yeah,
your guest appearance on Compound Media.
We really, you'll finally understand.
I'm telling you, folks. Abby was DMing me.
Step one of this question.
Yeah, Abby was DMing me some of the stuff they were saying, and I was like, "You'd go to prison if people saw this in public."
Yeah.
And it was so nasty, but so true. So true.
Well, yeah, I was hoping to go to prison because I hear they have a lot of fun in there. I
Now
think
that's two
delightful.
guests so far that want to go to like be convicted of something. That's interesting.
Yes.
Well, I know that like who goes to what prison is hotly debated at the moment, but
Mhm.
I think if I ask the judge real nicely, they'll send me to a prison with lots of cute boys.
It's a cute boy.
And do you think you could be friends with them, or do you think feelings would get in the way?
Wow.
I think a lot more than feelings are gonna get.
Oh, this is so hard being an undecided voter because our first guest said that men and women could be friends, and our second one said they couldn't be. And now I'm torn again.
Thank you so
Fuck.
much for your time, Abby.
God damn it.
Well, good, but just waiting for Woody to interrupt me again. It was a pleasure to be here. That's what I thought. Who? Alan. That's a nice name. Your next guest. Everyone's being very quiet. Have I ruined everything? Oh no. I got so you. Hey! Welcome, Alan.
Oh, hold up.
Holding up.
Now,
wow.
we're gonna go ahead and introduce our next
what is
guest. We're gonna go ahead and introduce our next guest. That is, of course, let me see real quick. The liberal loon, Alan Black.
Leftist loon.
The leftist loon. I'd said the liberal loon in my notes.
Was that? Oh, sorry.
Look.
Hold on. Wait, I thought I heard Pseudo come in again real quick. I got
And we don't need to hear from
really
Pseudo.
scared. Sorry, Kyle Gold.
Yeah, we don't like Kyle Gold. I think he's a bad person. I think he's done terrible things to normal people. And I think that, frankly, there's something about him that seems criminal and he should be put in prison. But I told Scott many times, if you allow Kyle Gold on this stream, you will be shut down by the federal government. But Scott didn't listen to me because Kyle Gold was willing to pay money to come on the stream. That's right, folks. Kyle Gold paid Scott $45 to come on the stream.
We don't need to
Is
get
not
into
a real,
how much
is not
was
a
paid.
real statistician.
Well,
Russ. You pretend to be an undecided voter, but you really do hate these wonks and truth tellers out there. I've come on the stream to give you Pinocchios, as it were.
Yes. I famously don't, I find wonking and statisticians and people who use numbers to be the equivalent of a magician in the Middle Ages.
mhm.
Somebody who uses dark magic and evil to convince people like me, on things that I don't believe in. We call that herding because they turn people like me
Mhm.
into a sheeple. And it's only because of my big, strong muscles and my very powerful individualist masculine brain that I'm allowed to escape those feelings. Unlike
And you-
leftist loons who are, frankly, pushed around and nerdy and have to use numbers to attack Republic crazies like myself. But please continue.
Russ, and correct me if I'm wrong, you started having this sort of fear of mathematicians after you saw Donald Duck and Math Magic Plan?
Yes.
Right? That's right.
Very afraid of Donald Duck.
Uh-huh.
Very scary.
I mean, you said, yeah. I mean, he of the funny animals in the Disney universe, he's one of the scariest, I think. Probably.
Yes.
But,
Goofy, as we all know, is a cuck.
Now,
And
You're
Now-
always saying this. You're always saying
real
this.
quick, Alan, Grass Dragon does say that you are super quiet and need to be cranked. I have you at 200% on Discord, so if there's
Oh,
anything
fuck.
you can do to boost yourself up a bit, that would be quite nice.
Oh yes, of course. Hold on.
You are coming in a little low. I am looking at the levels. Unfortunately, I do have to produce this stream and host it because no one else can do what the fuck I can do.
Okay,
Because
what
they're
about now?
trying to censor you. They're trying to censor you.
Oh wait, fuck! I hit the pepperoni button. I
You
didn't mean to hit the.
It sounds good. You sound good.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
So
Go ahead,
Leftist Loon, Alan, my podcast co-host of the
Mhm.
Hogcast Speedy Delivery, often a thorn in my side, trying to convince me of thoughts and things and feelings I don't agree with. You probably are one of these people who are saying men and women can be friends. I'm torn because I've heard one really good argument that they can be friends and one argument that they can't be friends. And frankly, I'm assuming you're going to choose the one that's the lamer and the dumber of the two, if I'm going to be honest.
I gotta say, from personal experience, as a non-binary who has no friends, only enemies.
Whoa.
I don't know. Only enemies
Whoa.
and business partners,
And business partners.
of course.
Do you think women, well, to start things off, do you think women can be business partners? Could you start a business with a woman?
Oh, absolutely. And most of my political beliefs revolve around small women business owners. Small women business owners, not women small business owners.
Yes.
There's an important difference there.
Alan, is it one of those things that you're kind of an angel investor in that you find angels and invest in them? Beautiful women?
That's right.
Yes. I mean, Alan lives in the wider Asheville area, and before the storm controllings and all that, I did hear that
the Q storm, by the way. That's the storm
Q
we're talking
storm.
about.
Yes. You were finding white women and trying to sponsor their jewelry encrusted hair tie businesses or palm reading businesses. What other kind of boojum based businesses that are in the larger Asheville area?
And please don't speak on the boojum. He's a close personal friend of mine.
Yeah. Did you ever worry about falling in love with these business partners?
Oh, that you know what? I gotta say, and maybe it's just the beautiful, quirked up white women of Asheville. But I mean, that does just always happen to me when I'm walking up and down Haywood Road, walking up to everybody with henna tattoos on their hands, asking, hey, do you want to get your CBD espresso business off the ground?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the dirty drink water, like kava? What is it again?
Something like that. There's two things you need to know about white women: is they love dirty drinks and they have dirty feet.
Dirty feet and dirty drinks.
Dirty feet and dirty drinks.
Now,
Yes.
I do have to say real quickly, this is probably the easiest segment I've done tonight so far. I don't need to do anything. I can just sit back and listen, and I like it. This is great.
Well, see, Russ and I are the fair and balanced duo. As a conservative crazy. Well, you're a never girlfriend Republican, right? That's what
I refuse to ever have a girlfriend, which is a friend who's a girl and also a girlfriend, because that would cloud my judgment and make me be unable to make voting decisions that are correct and right.
Yeah, I mean I really do admire that objectivity you have there.
Yes, but at the same time, I get so torn as an undecided voter because if I were to ever get a female friend, which I refuse to ever do so, but if I did, could we fall in love, or could we keep it platonic?
What I would question then, Russ, is when is the closest time you've ever had a female friend? Or perhaps let me go ahead and start with this easy thing: a female JRPG member in your party. Did you ever feel romantic feelings towards them?
So when I was a child, I refused to have the white mage in my Final Fantasy party.
Really interesting.
Until I found out many years later that the white mage was also a man. They're all men.
Wow.
So I felt like I had betrayed myself and decided I would trust mages of every color. And
I'm glad you figured out that all mage lives matter.
Shut up. And then I went on Final Fantasy 14 and I met all these Final Fantasy 14 girlies, and I was too afraid to raid with them.
Right.
So I would go to Limsa Lominsa or whatever it's called again. Limsa
Okay, hold on a
Lominsa,
second. Hold on. Is there something called Limsa Lominsa in there?
What is it called again,
Or
Boss
are you
Man
just
Scott?
joking?
I don't blame Final Fantasy 14. If you know what it's called, sound off in the chat, please.
Yes.
Okay, so
And
my understanding of Final Fantasy 14 is that's a game for people to play, and then it's like a Valorant game. It's like a game where
Right.
people just use it as an excuse to go on an e-date with each other.
Yes.
But you were the single guy in Final Fantasy 14.
I was the single guy. The celibate guy.
No, you were the what are they called? Oh no. You're not the unicorn. The unicorn's the single woman. What's the single guy?
No, it's just a single guy. The worst thing you can be.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sorry. I
In
thought there
Final
was a
Fantasy.
word for them.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's just bad. And they ban you from certain areas of the game, I understand.
Trill Satan
Right.
sounds off. Trill Satan in the chat sounds off. Les Pimp Les Simpsa, which is kind of like what I
Now,
am.
isn't that the-
I'm
isn't that
the
the guest
pimp
you
and
guys had
Alan
on
is
there?
Les Simpsa.
Okay. I
And
thought
Bart
the Simpson was the
Simpson.
Yeah, that was the guy you had on earlier, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Russ, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell you. I don't have any personal experience, and I just have to rely on the wonks. That's all I do.
Wow. So you trust the wonks. The wonks are your guys.
I trust the numbers, baby.
Well,
Trust the
so
process, trust the numbers.
what are the wonks of women? What do they talk about? What's the numbers they wonk about?
Usually it's about like whatever the new Goop products are and like what the prices of the Goop products are. Things like that, I guess.
Alan follows a lot of newsletters from men about women.
That's true.
Interesting. This is actually quite interesting. As now we get a good perspective that men have on women. Shiloh Adventure 2 Battle has a question from the chat. Is Talk to a good wonk cast?
I think she's one of my favorite pollsters out there. Not quite an Ann Seltzer, but she's got solid methodology.
I'm gonna go
Solid
ahead.
methodologies on that thing. Yeah.
As we all know, Alan refuses to drink still water because they love Ann Seltzer so much.
That's so true. I'm ready for a truth bomb every time I drink my drink.
I'm gonna go ahead and check up on Haley and see how she's doing.
If I was to walk upstairs.
Oh, are you gonna bring up a Talk to a?
I turned down OnlyFans with Haley Madison. That one sounds pretty good.
Wow.
Okay.
That sounds pretty good. Oh.
If I was to walk upstairs and see like a you going on,
If you didn't know, Alan, Scott is kind of a preeminent scholar on Talk to a.
Oops.
Like if somebody was gonna write the liner notes for
is that one of the girls next door?
It is. I believe that is one of the girls next door.
Hover, what's her name again? Holly Madison?
Holly Madison, yeah.
I used to watch a lot of ETV, and and that was one of the shows. She was at one point married to Chris Angel. Did you know that?
Wow.
I didn't know that. Oh my gosh.
The mind freak himself.
Oh my gosh.
And she's wearing a Donald Duck sweater, which we were talking about earlier.
Mhm.
Were you scared? Were you scared about that, Russ? Or... Yeah.
I got freaked the fuck out.
Well, I don't know. Will Haley tell us? Will she help us answer this question? Or
I guess we need to see. I guess we need to see what else they say real quick. Oh, my computer is going in a million different directions. Here we go. Talk to a.
I know I can't name.
Can you name every single subscription you have?
Percent of people have subscriptions.
Russ, speak on that, or Alan, speak on that.
Blue Chew.
Right.
I Blue Chew.
Well, I wanted Alan, our guest, to answer, not you. I said Russ as instinct, just because I always say Russ, speak on that.
Yes. Well, I'll be honest. I thought you just wanted me to get the Blue Chew plug in there.
I see Threat Framework in the chat has posted FKA socks OnlyFans, FKA knee socks.
Wow.
Maybe.
Why not? My subscriptions also Blue Chew and For Them's the non-binary. Yeah, I'm trying to get that one. That's actually a subscription I started. Tried to start.
Really interesting.
Did you start it with an Asheville white woman?
Yeah, of course. Yes. Yeah. It was one of those things where it's just like, I've got a great idea and I need somebody. I need a woman to be the face of it for some reason. I don't know why exactly. But
a white woman with dreads.
Yeah. I mean, look, in terms of the people on Earth I'm closest to, in terms of business, it's white women with dreads that usually do like fire dancing.
Well, Alan, I guess the thing I always get worried about, and we're gonna go back to this a lot. I was curious what your thoughts were. If you were on the kiss cam with one of these Asheville-based dirty feet.
This is an important question, yeah.
Would you kiss them even though they were your business partner and like might throw off your business? You might be losing funds, it might attack you. Alan, as many people know, is a homeowner. And what if, this might affect your budget next year for your home, but you still feel obligated to kiss them even though you're friends or business
escrow
partners?
Account. Well, I'm not a PR person. I usually handle that. I usually let the white women with dreads handle that part of the business.
Right.
But
write the emails.
Yeah, right. Well, no. I'm an email job guy first and foremost.
Of course.
But
thank you. Of course. Okay.
But no, with any press is good. Any good press is good press. Kisses are scandalous.
Wow.
So of course I would. Yeah, I think that's just publicity.
You see kisses as kisses.
Every kiss is a business opportunity to me.
Wow. Every
that's why you
kiss is
gotta-
a potential
So
investment.
this is really interesting. So when you're not potentially worried about being friends with women so much as being getting in bed with them financially.
Business wise.
Right. Interesting.
Well, I do have. It's kind of my version of like Shark Tank. It's called Shark Bed. And I do just kind of sit. I do just kind of sit in a big bed, and I just have people come in and pitch their business ideas to me.
Yes, yes. And when they say what's your equivalent of Mr. Wonderful? What's your name?
What? Well, I
You
see
know-
every woman that goes on the show is Mrs. Wonderful to me.
You flip it. You flip it. They
Mhm.
become Mrs. Wonderful, and you're just Alec because you're the humble investor.
And that's exactly right.
You're sitting your ass down and listening.
I'm laying my ass down to my bed. Yes.
You have an indent in your bed and how hard you're pressing it because you're listening so hard.
I'm just folding my hands, just kind of, just
Yes.
thinking about these business deals.
I love the shark bed.
Talk to a 20.
So does Holly Madison.
It has nothing on your hoodie. You have
Oh, that's a
nothing
cool
on.
shirt.
That's a pretty cool shirt.
Now, what's
That
up
is
with
a-
this lightning bolt logo she has?
Which
Show
one?
it again.
Get spooky.
Oh no! God,
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh no. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on.
Scott, I did not know this was going to be a demonic podcast.
Play better. Oh god. Yeah. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry about any.
Wow.
I have to read another prepared statement.
I thought this was a non-partisan stream. I assumed. I think you have to show equal amount of footage of a Christian
of
thing
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to find a cherub. Or something.
I have a prepared statement. I'm incredibly my name Scott FKA Socks. What's poppin' gamers? And rock on. If you could throw a rock on in the chat, I would appreciate it. I hereby apologize for any. One sec. I hereby apologize for, and thank you for the rock ons in the chat. I hereby apologize for, and thank you so much for the rock on in the chat. I hereby apologize for any satanic imagery that was shown on stream. It was not my intention to promote potentially satanic works, and I'm going to be donating $10,000 of the revenue of this stream to
the Catholic
the
Church.
Catholic Church of the United States of America. Thank you so
They
much.
might be able to
Thank
make
you.
another anime character with that.
They might make another little guy.
Ooh.
Yeah. Can
They-
I wonder if I could commission the Catholic Church to make.
Your first isn't the
you-
artist.
what's
You wouldn't
a-
go to the artist. You would go to the Catholic.
You would go to
Church.
the church. What would your
I want
what
the
would
guy who
your
they have on retainer. Yeah.
what would your it's actually like, if I remember, it's actually like a popular artist. I don't remember their name or anything. I just remember seeing people be like, "Oh wait, that guy did it." I don't remember who it was. though.
Oh, Scott, it was Banksy.
Oh right, yeah, of course. That's why. That's oh my gosh. That's why it's such a like important image. Oh my gosh.
It's so trenchant and.
Oh my,
Yeah.
Think of the
it
great,
evokes so many
think
things.
of the great Catholic artists Michelangelo and Banksy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. It's right up there. You know, Sistine Chapel's right up there with the Yoda Stop Wars mural. To me,
As I don't know what you call it, as a Catholic convert, Alan, you're kind of a new Catholic convert.
That's
you
not
know-
true. That's not true.
Oh wait, I am.
You're
I
the new
am
Catholic. Yes.
Yes. As the Republic crazy here, I'm a new Catholic convert. How do you feel like? Well, I guess it flips the question onto me. I feel like men and women can't be friends because, I don't know if they're what do you call it again? Christened or not? What do you call it again?
What are
Baptized.
you trying to? Women are baptized. Yes, that's the thing.
Women are baptized. Well,
All women have
Did you
been
think all women got-
baptized.
Did you think they all went
Yes.
to purgatory?
I thought all men. I only thought men got baptized. I've seen myself get baptized, so I didn't know. So I guess this kind of clarifies things for me.
And you
I'm
did get
excited.
baptized at a Chuck E. Cheese, as I understand it, and it wasn't
Yes.
necessarily it wasn't in holy water. It was in the holy ball pit
Yeah.
It's
They
so
dunked you
true.
Yeah.
with another kind of liquid that you didn't want to talk about.
Yeah. Munch like dunked you backwards into the ball pit.
Mhm. And you were 29 years old at the time.
Yes. Now the fact of the matter is that Jasper T. Gels, Henny, what is her name? Helen Henny, Pasquale T. Pie Plate.
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember all their names. Chuck E.
Munch, of
Cheese,
course.
Munch, yes. they are closer to me than any friends or family I have. Granted, as I said earlier, I don't have any women as friends. Not
Now-
yet.
Right,
Now,
right.
Russ, this does make me wonder. What are your feelings on Helen T. Henny?
Well, I mean, if we and her were on the kiss cam, I might, I might lean over and give her a peck on her
Oh,
pecker, because
Okay,
she's
hold
a
on.
bird.
Wait, hold on.
Well, she's a bird. She has a beak, so
And what a
beak style.
bird.
What a bird she is, yes. So maybe I would give her a smooch, but I'd still think we'd be able. But maybe something more could happen.
Mhm.
Alan, I wanna truly thank you for your time. We do have to move on to our next guest. If
is
you
it
have,
Haley from Talk to Her?
it might be. I
Wow.
don't wanna spoil anything yet.
Well, I gotta
Oh
get
my
off
gosh.
here and tune in on the big screen.
Thank you so much for your time. And do you have any parting words that you would like to leave our audience with when it comes to this such a crucial election night?
Two things: vote blue no matter who, and if you're still in line, stay in line.
Stay in line. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
Yes. All right.
Thank you
later.
so much, Alan. All right. Oh, that was awesome. That was
The
awesome.
problem is that Alan, who usually I disagree with as a Republic crazy, made so many good points. Now I'm back. I'm
Mhm.
still undecided. I have no clue. I think me and the audience are struggling here because these wonks,
Right.
these wonkish wizards are casting all sorts of spells on our brain.
Mhm.
And I don't know who, you know what I mean? I don't know who or what to choose, whether men or women could be friends or more than that. So I
Well,
don't know.
this is interesting because our next guest is a woman, and they do also appear to be an undecided voter as well. Marcy Mousewife, are you here with us?
Hello.
Hello,
Thank
Marcy.
you for having me.
Hello.
I do remain undecided. That
Wow.
is
Interesting.
true.
You and me are on the same boat.
I do also, I should say, I represent a fairly large voting block.
Yes.
I own about 13,000 Twitter accounts, and I
Wow.
plan on voting with all of them when I've made my decision. but
Interesting.
I am
heavily
undecided.
You're very heavily invested into the X, the X industry.
The X ecosystem.
The X ecosystem,
Yeah.
yes.
Right.
I'm a Grok founding member.
Yeah, you're always plugging all the most crazy stuff into Grok, and it's always so freaking epic and badass. The way Elon intended it. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, Marcy.
Of course.
Thank you so
Now,
much,
I
Marcy.
do want to ask, when you originally said you represent a large member, were you talking about something else? When you're a large member of the constituency?
I said I represent a large voting block, yes.
Because in many ways, you have a very large personality. That's all I was going to say.
Yeah, for sure.
And Marcy, I know this election has been it's been a trying time for a lot of us. It's been difficult for
Yes.
myself. It's been difficult for little Russ. And I want to know, how do you feel?
I'm
Really
good at it.
Wow.
That's so interesting. Like, how do you find such levity at a time like this?
Well, the thing about me is I do love voting. It's probably my favorite thing to do. It's why I've created so many means to vote, and why I
Interesting.
have so much stake in absolutely controlling any
So-
vote that I'm a part of.
So, like, if I were to say hot dog hamburger, would you vote right now?
15 million people are about to vote for hamburger.
Wow.
Whoa.
Sound off in the chat, hot dog or hamburger. Doesn't matter though, because Marcy might, come in with that stuff.
And we'll
so I don't know.
go ahead and start that mini election real quick. And I do want to say that Gazoo in the
Wow.
chat says, Marcy, look out, there's a monster behind you.
Oh,
Wow.
that is that's Ted Kennedy. It's we
Sorry, you're cutting out.
He's important to the election in many ways, I would say.
Sorry, you cut out of it. Could you repeat that?
Sorry, yes, that's Ted Kennedy, Edward Kennedy. A very important part of the election, in my opinion. But
Yes. Can you speak on that?
I wouldn't. Yes, I don't know if you knew this, but I believe it is 58 years ago, 62 years ago today.
Mhm.
2 days later, Ted Kennedy was born.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Now, how has that swayed your position as a voter?
Well, it hasn't really influenced my decision yet, but I think it will. I looked at the date, and he kind of started speaking to me. Hasn't really specified much opinion as far as the election yet, but
Yes.
Now, how do you feel about his distant, very distant relative Robert F. Kennedy Jr. when it comes to this election about whether or not boys and girls can be friends? Or his very distant relative, yeah.
I thought all the Kennedys were brothers. I just thought it was a big batch of brothers.
It's a big batch of brothers. It's a lot of brothers.
It's a lot of brothers.
Close.
Isn't that the My Brother and Me podcast? Aren't they those guys?
I believe so, yeah.
My brother and me, hold on. My brother and Kennedy.
Yes. And one of them died, and that's why they had to cancel the D&D podcast. He got
No.
Really
That's so sad.
That is so sad. Yes.
I think the dad killed him. It was the whole thing.
Oh, is that what the grassy knoll was about? Was Travis Kennedy lying about his roles and they shot him? That's what
I think that was. I think that was a big part of it. Yeah.
That's not funny to anybody.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, what could you be talking
funny.
about?
We shouldn't joke about somebody getting shot. That's not funny.
Not funny.
No.
It's not funny.
Yeah.
It's not
Let's
funny.
get serious. 55 years ago, Ted Kennedy murdered a woman in his car.
Wow.
Get into that. That says a lot about the election.
If you could please speak on that and talk to us how that relates to how whether or not boys and girls can be friends or feelings would get in the way.
Yeah, like if you were a woman who was friends with Ted Kennedy, he'd probably kill you, right? Like I think he'd probably kill you.
Yeah. Well, did Robert F. Kennedy consider those animals he chopped up his friends? They might have been buddies.
I don't know if those animals were girls. We don't have that.
Well, I don't know.
That's
I guess
true.
you're right.
Robert F. Kennedy does have a weird history of repeatedly chopping up animals of all different variety.
Sea, land, or sky.
The whale was definitely a woman.
We can't confirm. The whale we can't confirm.
Well, we have sources in the chat. Newsman Scott has gone to the bottom of it. Yes, that was a woman whale.
And our latest mini election,
Please.
Hamburger has beaten out Hot Dog decidedly.
Just like Marcy
Decidedly.
Also, never call a woman a whale, though. I'll just say that now. Am I right?
No.
Don't flip it. Don't flip it.
Because of all of our gotcha purchases, yeah. They don't want to hear about that.
And all the women I know who are into gotcha are not happy. So
No.
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 They are also a pretty major voting block this election.
Yeah, gotcha
Yes,
voters. I would like to know how
Do you think they'll have do you think they'll have Genshin Impact on the pulse?
God, I hope not. If
you
Genshin
think they
Impact, we all lose.
Do you think they have Genshin Impact on the pulse?
I do have to agree with Russ. I do think that there will be a huge Genshin impact on the polls. And I think I do want to know how you feel about how Zenless Zone Zero is going to affect how men and women relate to each other. Because I've seen that they keep putting out more and more girls in that game, and it appears as though the girls keep being friends with each other instead of being friends with the boys.
There's important data on this, yes. The thing to note about Zenless Zone Zero is the boy main character is really boring and no one likes it.
Wow. Interesting.
It's a pretty big hit against boys in the election.
Right.
And it should be noted, I believe there's only one boy max rarity character. I forgot what the max rarity character is. Roadmap for the next one, we're looking like 2-3 years before we get another big boy.
For sure.
I got confused and thought the character's name was Max Rarity. So
it's in the My Little Pony new Impact series game.
Yes.
Really
and I hope
exciting.
every pony listens in because that is so fucked up. And think about who make Genshin Impact, where Hoyover's from. Think about that for a minute.
About it.
Think about it.
And if every pony could sound off in the chat, like really make your voice heard, join the conversation, let us all know how you feel. Go ahead, go to the link that's pinned, and leave your vote about whether or not boy and girl can be friend.
Yes.
Make your mark.
Make your mark.
But not until I decide. Do wait until I decide, please. I haven't decided yet.
And then all your bots will follow suit.
Right.
There's something I wanted to run by you all. That
Please.
I've been wrestling with this election a little. Not that I'm really struggling at all. I
No.
just thought it would be a fun thought exercise.
But you are an undecided voter.
Yeah.
Right.
But like you do it for fun. You do it for fun.
Right.
I do. This is a weekend for me. This is nothing.
And it is Tuesday, which is like kind of like really the most exciting thing about it.
It's a long weekend.
It's a long weekend.
yeah.
Oh, it's a long weekend.
Rig, boss man, I can't make it into work today. It's the voters' day, and that's my time to play.
Hear me out. Are Goku and Vegeta friends?
Ooh.
I have a source on this.
Really?
Yes, I can speak on this.
Okay.
I think on a recent so who's the guy? It's Takashi Iizuka as the Sonic the Hedgehog guy, right? He said yes. He was going off about the difference between Vegeta and Shadow the Hedgehog, and he said Vegeta is friends with Goku. Shadow will never be friends with Sonic.
Wow.
That's their big difference.
Oh.
And
That's
Takashi Iizuka is a man I
And
trust.
that's really interesting because Shadow is referred to as one of the Sonic friends.
Yeah.
That's really
I guess
I
interesting.
would say-
I think Sonic considers Shadow a friend, but
I guess the
probably not.
question is if Sonic and Shadow are under the kiss cam, what would
shit.
happen?
Well, they would
I'm
make out. They would
saying,
make
yeah,
out. Like full tongue make out easy.
feelings
Yeah.
in the way for Shadow.
I think that's impossible. Shadow has no feelings.
That
Shadow has
I
feelings. Have
am
you played the new
true.
game?
Well, look, I'm speaking from the perspective of someone who wants to respect Shadow's own, like, you know, perspective. Like, we know Shadow
you
has
kinda-
feelings,
you
but
kinda see a
Shadow
lot
would
of
never
yourself
tell
in
you
Shadow.
that. I do. I see myself in Shadow the Hedgehog. I feel like we have very similar personae. I feel like we've both been wronged by the world in many ways. We've both been silenced.
The most important woman in your life die.
and by die, I mean I watched my marriage die in front of me.
Yes, it's
and
so
your
true.
dad is Gerald Robotnik.
Exactly.
We're trapped in a tube for many years.
In that big tube.
You famously are not friends with the Bio Lizard.
No, I hate the bio. I fucking hate the bio lizard, dog. I'm so sick of the bio lizard.
It's so fucked up. I had my co-host on a minute ago, and we didn't even talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. That's so fucked up.
Well, you've literally done that for, I think, like
Hundreds of hours.
hundreds of
that's true.
hours of content. So I think it's fine that you take a night off from that every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
true.
Brings us to an interesting point, I think. Are Amy and
Yes,
Shadow
Angus, I can
friends?
chaos control. Are
Could
Amy?
Amy and Shadow be friends?
I feel like it's raw fucking between them. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Yeah. I think
But
like it doesn't even come.
Friends raw fuck. Can friends raw fuck?
It is called Friends
No
with
condom
Benefits.
style.
It is called Friends with Benefits. So it's like I think like the actual like getting together, it doesn't really matter about like when it comes with feelings.
I'm googling it now. The movie Friends with Benefits. They do wind up having feelings though.
No, no! Oh, every single time. Oh,
That's election day for you. You can never be certain.
This
As
is-
soon as you think you know.
this is why we need to figure out.
Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake are friends with benefits, but then love blossoms between them.
Oh my god.
It's so hard being.
It happens every time. Is the thing. It always happens.
Shiloh Adventure 2 Battle is posted in the chat. Amy has a Pico strap. What did you mean by that?
Speak on that, Shiloh.
Speak on that,
Adventure 2
Shiloh.
battle.
Well, wait.
Hold on. Are Goku and Bulma friends?
I don't.
They have to
Isn't
be.
Goku like her
Like his
employee?
mom.
Isn't Goku like her employee? He works for her.
Does I maybe
And-
I don't think she pays him though.
And as we all
If
know,
you don't pay someone, are you friends?
I guess so. I don't know. I
Well,
mean,
Go-
Bossman Scott doesn't pay me, and
Right.
he's my boss.
And I do
And-
consider you something of a Goku-like figure,
He
Russ.
is hashtag my master. As we all know, Scott is hashtag he is my master.
Right.
Um,
Now, this is really interesting because now, forgive me if I'm wrong, but didn't Goku in his younger days, what was he not attracted to Bulma?
no, he
No.
never was.
Really, was
Absolutely wasn't.
Bulma into Goku ever?
No.
No, never.
Interesting.
For
So-
that's not true. For about 3 seconds, when Goku shows up after the initial time skip in Dragon Ball,
Mhm.
she's
I'll
like,
say this though.
Hubba hubba, who's this guy? Then he talked, and she was like, "Nah, I'm over it. No, not this guy."
This
So-
is the problem though. This is the problem though because Goku is a Saiyan. He's an alien.
That's true. He is an alien.
He's not a
Right.
human being.
He doesn't quite have emotions like we do, and
And
No.
now, and we do see that that Russ down here is also an alien, but Russ has learned how to conform to humanity in ways I don't think Goku ever could.
Mhm, yes.
Goku
Well, I
deserves no love the way Russ does.
am a yes, and I love love, and I'm the lover of love who loves love lovingly.
Right.
But I'm not. I'm actually a human being. This is just a picture, but in many ways, I am an alien because I look at the world kind of from a upper,
From an
a
outsider's
spaceship,
perspective, yeah.
Yes,
UFO.
yes, yes,
From your big flying saucer.
yeah.
And you love to abduct us as well, as I understand
Yes,
it.
with a
Just to-
yarn or a spin or a story. That's kind of the kind of way I like to abduct people is by letting them, get caught up in my jokes and little goofs.
And you
Is
do
all I'll say.
experiments on my cows.
Shiloh Adventure
Yes.
2 Battle does say Goku literally looked for Bulma's Dragon Balls, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you mean. Yeah.
He's an alien. That wasn't feelings nor friendship. It was
Yeah.
pure scientific curiosity. And curiosity is beautiful.
And sometimes it's just lust too, and that's okay. That's okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The thing we're not talking about making it. We're not talking about
Making out.
making out,
Not- that's
doing
not part
doing
of
it
the
in
election.
No.
It
Cuz
should never be a
it's
part of
never
the
part of the election.
There should be no love in an election. As I don't think
Absolutely not.
if there was a movie where the two candidates in an election fell in love, it would never happen, I think.
No.
I don't think that would ever happen. I don't think that could ever
That would
happen.
be that would be such a good premise though. Holy shit.
Maybe in Hollywood pictures, because the madmen in Hollywood and make up little dreams that we Americans can enjoy, but frankly, never could happen in real life.
That's
Okay.
so exciting.
Yeah.
Whoa.
If this is the candid political honesty you're going to get on this stream that you
Mhm.
can't get from the mainstream news.
No.
Because many times these mainstream news people would be like, they could be in love. I don't think that's possible.
No.
Not
We
going to
shut
happen.
it down.
Now this is it's really like it's taken this entire election has taken its toll on me, which I'm sure like it's taken its toll on you and it's taken its toll. Okay, you're right. Yeah, this one has been extremely easy for you, and I understand like this sort of like levity that we all that we sort of seek to make these difficult times, but I guess for you it's not that difficult of a time.
Not difficult at all, I would say.
I see something has changed within your background.
Huh? It should be a picture of Ted Kennedy. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's interesting. No. I just want to know.
Shout out to Amir Aardvark for shouting, sounding off in the chat. Hello, Scott.
I really wish you would not interrupt me while I'm trying to like do my. I'm trying to
no
do
worries.
that. That's
I'm
okay.
just trying to do fan
Please.
engagement. Just trying to keep people involved in the stream.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with. No closer to making a decision on this. I thought the Goku Vegeta thing would bring me closer. But
Right, and
see-
we haven't really. Well, are Goku and Vegeta friends? Are we? Because
Yeah,
we
That's what vexes me.
yeah.
I don't
I'd
know.
say Takashi Iizuka said yes. I think if somebody
What the fuck does he know?
Yeah, what the fuck? Who is he? Who is he? Yeah.
he made Sonic Adventure 2. What did you do? What did you do? putting you on
I
the
hosted
demand.
this stream. I hosted this stream, and I gave you a platform.
Dogs.
Listen, I love debate as much as the next guy, but sometimes the facts are there.
Right.
And he said City Escape is going to be in Sonic Adventure 2. What did you ever do, Newsman Scott?
What I ever did is I'm going to throw on over to Marcy real quick. I'm going to ask if Marcy has any final words about this election, about how they feel as an undecided voter. Marcy, if you have any closing thoughts before we let you go, where are you standing now as an undecided
I
voter?
think it's been a bit of a journey. I think I'm going to have to come down to voting for Vegeta on this one.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the decision here.
Wow.
Thank you all for having me. It's been a pleasure to share my opinions and thoughts. For
Yes.
hopefully the last time. I'm done with this
Well, wait.
election shit, I think. I'm over it.
Whoa, but what's your favorite thing? It was like your holiday.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Wow.
Kinda.
Wow, what are you
What's the
moving?
replacement? What's next?
Yeah, what are you moving on to?
I think I'm gonna find where they buried Ted Kennedy.
Whoa! Thank you so much, Marcy, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
You too. Good election, everybody.
Have a great election.
What a great election we're having here tonight.
This
Not
is a
great.
pretty good election. How are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
My soul is being rended in two by this major decision as an undecided voter, and what my singular vote could have on the means of this election, and how much it could have such an effect, and that it really tears me up inside. But at the same time, I'm having such a fun time debating.
And I'm having a
hearing
fun time
both
with you,
sides.
my friend, hanging out.
Yes.
Yeah. And it looks like our next guest is here. They are ready for their interview. We have yet another undecided voter. This is an undecided voter block. This one is, if I could please introduce Mr. Cecil Chowder from Bald Knob, Arkansas.
Yeah. Is this Skox?
Yes, this is welcome to FKA Stock Stream. How's it going, Mr. Chowder?
It's honestly been a little stressful. I'm leaving Walmart now. One of your people were there, and they said if I called in, you'd like give me $15.
I don't. Well, wait. You're leaving Walmart now, as you've said. Yeah.
That's where I was supposed to go to vote, and that was not where I go to vote.
Well, first things first. If you're in line, stay in line.
I stayed in line. It ended up being a doctor, like a prescription.
Wow.
I didn't want to know if I wanted a prescription. I was very confused. Usually, that's where I go to get everything.
Yes, it is kind of the everything store, kind of like X is the everything app.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what apps and stuff. That's out of my wheelhouse. Don't know anything about.
Wow.
And if you are in line ready to vote, go ahead and make sure you go to the link in the poll, the link that's pinned, so you can go to x.com and you can go ahead and leave your vote. Let your voice be heard.
I think I just got to figure out where I'm supposed to go is the thing.
Yes.
Oh, and that's why you're calling in, is because you're trying to figure out.
Yeah, they said you'd help me, I think.
Okay.
For $15, of course. I do need that $15.
I will go ahead and. Are you outside? Like, do you want me to
I'm
go?
starting my car up right now. Yeah.
And you're coming. Okay.
Well, make sure your hands free, because if you have your phone up to your ear and are talking, a police officer might pull you over.
Well, what I do is when I buckle up, I put my phone right on the strap and just kind of hold it there. So
That's not going to be very good audio for a broadcast.
Is that wrong? Is that wrong of me? You got a problem?
I wouldn't do that. You have AirPods?
I would say it actually sounds quite clean.
Yeah, it's one of those new phones. My daughter got it for me.
Really? Yeah. How is your daughter?
That's really none of your business and kind of inappropriate, if I may ask.
Well, I just wanted to know because she probably has unique insights on whether or not it's possible.
Actually, I'm not a big voter. I've never voted before in my 54 years of living.
Really?
My parents begged me to go vote, so here I am, just out about town. I'm usually out on my boat fishing, and that's what I do.
Well, you were wishing you were fishing right now.
Yeah, if you like to rhyme. Yeah, that's good.
I do often like to rhyme. Some of my favorite political figures are rap artists like Kid Rock or Eminem, who have conflicting worldviews but are still great rappers. But speak on that.
I don't know them.
Who's your favorite artist? Are you more of a fan of rock and roll?
I just stay out on my boat. I just stay out on my boat.
You like the sounds of nature, the rock and roll
Really?
sea.
Rock and roll scares the fish off, first of all. When I'm out there trying to catch some spotted bass, some walleye, some blue channel and flathead catfish, some chain, some redfin and grass pickerel, white and yellow bass, freshwater drum, green, long ear, red ear, orange spotted and red spotted sunfish, and the infamous warmouth, I'm not listening to none of that shit.
Wow. So you have a unique perspective on this, because many times when men fall in love with women who are their friends, but then their friends already have boyfriends, many people will say there are many fish in the sea.
Right.
But for you, there aren't enough fish in the sea.
There can
How do
never
you feel
be
about
enough.
that?
No.
There can never be enough.
Yes.
How many
But
fish?
also-
How many fish have you caught in your entire like lifetime career of fishing?
I'm at a big 43.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Is there
actually,
like a,
Fishing for about 30 something years now.
well, how long have you had the boat?
that seems like actually quite a low amount of fish
No,
for
you
that
don't
amount of
understand
time.
The game, then you don't understand the game if you think that's a low amount. That's actually a very big amount. So,
Well, you do a lot of catch and release. Do you count the catch and release ones?
well, it does. It depends, you know. Like bass is
Well,
really
say it.
popular around
Say
here.
if it's true or not. You were avoiding the question. Say it.
Well, no,
Well, if I'm
Russ. For the
hungry,
sake of debate,
sometimes
Russ. For the sake of debate, it's really important that we let our guests be able to speak their truth.
If
Okay,
I'm not on
okay.
the boat for long periods of time, sometimes I'll just have to suck one of them down for sustenance. But I do respect them.
So that's not a catch. That's food at that point.
Yeah. I mean, I'm out there for days at a time sometimes, especially if I run out of
Wow.
gas.
And are you a professional fisherman? Is that your career?
Oh no, I just live out there.
What is your career? What do you do for work?
I don't really have one. My kids bought me a car and a phone, and so that's what I do.
Your
Were you
kids.
confused it? Oh,
They're
No,
very
you-
successful. I'm happy for them.
yeah, yes. Were you confused at first and thought a car was a land boat?
I did. Well, the first car they bought me, I did drive straight into the water. I was like, they didn't tell me otherwise.
They bought you a nice new Toyota 4Runner and you took it right
Oh,
into
we
the
don't buy
water.
Toyotas. No.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Now, I guess this is. I really do want to get your perspective on this.
Should
Is
I
like,
take a left here? I'm at a red light. Should I take a left here?
was it a right
sorry,
turn
yeah.
only? You should
what-
take a left and a right turn only.
Yeah, what street are you on right now?
Belrose.
Do not take a left on Belrose. Do not take a left on Belrose.
Okay, so I'm gonna just take a right then.
I think that'll get you. I think that'll get you here.
Just do a
Yeah. I think that'll get you to the
yeah.
polls. So this is really interesting because like we're trying to figure what this election is all about is whether or not boys and girls can be friends, or else feelings get in the way. And I'm wondering, like, because you mentioned you have a successful daughter, you have a successful kids. Do they
Yeah,
have
it's
unique?
fine.
Do they have unique insights on whether or not they could be friends with boys and girls?
No,
and
they hate
girls'
each
feelings?
other's guts.
Really interesting.
Wow.
I don't think they really talk. Every time I see them, it's either one or the other. I can never get them around at the same time.
Really.
Yeah, so I don't think girls and boys can be friends at all.
Wow.
But that's something we live with, right? That's just
Mhm.
part of it.
Well, let me ask a question, a hypothetical, and I'm sorry if
Now, what's that
From-
mean?
it's when you give a situation that you have to think about, but it didn't really happen.
Right.
Okay.
So what if Scott and your daughter were underneath the kiss cam?
Right.
That
And they're
didn't
both
happen.
friends.
That didn't happen.
No,
Don't
it's
think
not.
about it.
No. It's not about did it happen. It's if it happened. Like,
Yeah.
like
Oh, that would
the
never
possible.
Well,
But let's say in the extremely rare circumstance that it might happen.
Well, this is like a fantasy.
Yes, basically.
Well, Scott
When you say
does
that, it is
fantasize
basically.
about kissing your daughter, but let's not. Go
Wait,
in
hold
on
on.
that.
Let's not jump into that. But if you do want to answer the question, please.
What are y'all doing? Y'all kissing? You and my daughter?
Well, do you think?
But the
Do you-
kiss cam's the big part about it. Do you know what kiss
Right?
cam?
Yeah. Are you familiar with the kiss cam?
Is that something they do with the bald knob games?
They do it at the Bald Knob Creek. I'm sorry, I forget the name of the local baseball team.
Oh, you don't know the name of our baseball team?
No, I was wondering if you
Very
could go ahead
popular.
and fill that gap in for me.
They're very popular.
They
don't
sound
know
very
why.
popular.
You don't know the Bald Knob Bulldogs? That's crazy to me. I'm sorry. I just can't imagine nobody knows the Bald Knob Bulldogs.
So let's say me and your daughter at the Bald Knob. Okay, I can hear myself again. Oh no. Oh jeez. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about this, Cecil. I think it's time for Kyle Gold's statistics update.
Terrible,
Okay, well, I'm
terrible.
gonna keep riding around, and I'll just check in a little bit when I find the DMV. Is that cool?
I mean, if you, yeah, go ahead, go for it.
Oh man, there's a guy on my phone.
Yeah, this
You're
is.
used to fish on your phone, not a man. Because you
Wait,
like
what-
taking photos of fish.
Why would the fish be on Cecil's phone?
Because he takes photos of the fish he catches. All
Yeah,
43
that's why
of
I
them.
got
Or
the new phone. That's why they gave me the new phone for pictures of fish.
in case you have to eat them.
Right.
Because as you said, you don't consider that a catch anymore, but you still have a photo of it.
That's right. Now I'm just gonna keep going down this road. Y'all do what y'all gotta do, but check in with me. I'll let you know when I get to the DMV.
Right.
Yes.
This is just gonna be a really quick update. This isn't gonna take that long. We just need to get a statistics update on how the election is going from
Good
Kyle
evening.
Gold.
Good evening. We figured out a couple of our technical issues here at the gold mine, and we're back on top, everybody. Things have been looking up. If you take a look here at the charts, you can see that we've been working really hard. This election, no one has ever seen an election quite like this. If you you see in the election we're there. We just got the updates. North Carolina is fully feeling the red tide, guys. It's it's November and it's that time of month for North Carolina. Now, if you take a look here, we have our charts. Hang on.
That was not okay.
Hang on.
That felt really inappropriate.
Hang on. This is a really expensive mic. I don't want to drop it. Oh fuck. Okay. I'm gonna talk into the side of the mic. I hope that's okay.
I really don't. That's not okay. That's not
We have
okay.
the chart here. We have the right now statistics are speaking and they're singing words to us. And if you look at the chorus, they're saying you've got time, we've got votes. You can see the first few hours here as Georgia and Wyoming and these other states on the East Coast here are closing up shop and
Right.
they're counting the votes. You can see by our guesstimations, by our guesstimations, we're looking at a tight race here tonight. And I'm me personally, I'm fiending for some steening. So and I'm thinking here's how she can still win. And
It's just this has got to be quick. You gotta wrap it up. You're already over time.
do a lot of numbers for this.
I understand
okay.
there's a lot of numbers.
And hang on. I just give me a fucking second.
You're supposed to have this stuff ready to go.
I burned myself on the hot dish, okay?
Why were you using the hot dish?
Amy.
What does that mean?
Shower. The Klobuchar hot dish to bring men and women together.
And you burned yourself on it. Have you gone?
Some metaphors are too poignant.
Have you used any bandages yet?
No.
Please continue this. I'm very fucking upset with the way you've handled this so far. So if you could please get the statistics update.
Here's what we're gonna.
I
so
trusted
first of all, you. Can see
you.
right here.
I trusted you. I talked to your cousin. They said you weren't gonna do this bullshit anymore. They said, "Oh yeah, no, he can do statistics."
What?
No, keep going. Just keep fucking going.
This is what we call the Kyle effect. It's the because you're not. We're in the gold mine. You're in the gold mine with Kyle, and I'm Kyle, and this is the Kyle effect. Whenever I get on the scene and I start counting the numbers, they start freaking out, and I'm.
I swear to God, your cousin said you wouldn't be doing this shit anymore. They said you clean your act up. They said you were a good statistician.
My fucking cousins, idiot.
But then why did they fucking recruit you for this?
They don't like you.
So, Jill Stein can win this. And I think if we all come together and we solve this issue that you have so masterfully crafted and poised.
I didn't make it. I didn't start the election. I didn't do the election.
What?
I didn't do the election.
Who did the election?
The people! Democracy!
How are you supposed to count that?
That's your job! That's what they said you would do!
We'll be back in an hour for the top of the hour update, and I think by this time we're going to have these projections down locked. Let me just... God damn it.
Cecil Chowder, did you find the DMV?
Yeah, that line was really long, so I just headed over to Who Dat Cajun restaurant across the street.
Really? What are you getting?
Well, I need you to do some math for me. The chili banana is $7.99, but I also want the Bayou platter, but it's $40.99. So can you add that up for me?
You said the first one. You said the chili banana was $17.99.
Yeah, just $7.99.
$7.99. So that would be something like $48.98. And thank you so much for the rates. No boy, I don't know why the explosions and missiles didn't go off the way we were supposed to, but we're discussing politics in a way. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're discussing politics in a way that no one else is willing to do right about now.
Yeah, I'm at the window. I need you to add that up for me.
It would be $48.98 before tax.
All right, now subtract the $15 you owe me.
Then that would be $33.98.
All right, can you pay me that too, so I can afford this?
Do we have a healthcare plan?
Kyle, what are you doing?
Okay, oh, sorry.
I'm talking to a guest.
Sorry.
Now Snowboy has said CNN is projecting Trump is winning Quebec. That's not what this is about. Tonight is all about we're answering the important questions whether or not boys and friends can be girls or feelings are going to get in the way.
So true.
I can't even remember who my kids wanted me to vote for now. That's the only reason
Well, it's
I'm out
about
here.
love or friendship. Are they voting for love or friendship?
Who's that? Is that like a?
It's just
Are you
the
talking
concept.
like the
It's the
feeling?
concept. It's the concept.
Obviously, you
I
fell
didn't
in
know
love
what
before
this was-
because
that's
you
what
had
this was
children.
about. I was gonna go write a name down, and I have to vote on that.
And if all the Raiders who came in, just go ahead, check the pin tweet, go ahead and vote on what you believe is the true, like what you truly believe, whether or not boys and girls can be friends or feelings are going to get in the way. Very important election night 2024. And remember to rock on. So, Mr. Cecil, Mr. Chowder, I do have to ask so you don't know who your kids wanted you to vote for? And rock on,
Now it's
bro.
been so long. I've been all over town. Now I'm trying to get this Bayou platter. I just need to know you're gonna pay for it.
Wait, why am I paying for the Bayou platter?
Because you owe me $15. I just wonder if you could like also pay the rest, so I could get this Bayou platter. It's got gumbo, crawfish etouffee, fried catfish, fried shrimp, frog legs, boiled shrimp, stuffed mushrooms, and listen to this. This is gonna blow your fucking mind. A snow crab cluster. Here in Baldwin, Arkansas, we don't get that often. All right.
No, I guess you won't. You wouldn't get that in Arkansas very
I don't even
much.
know what, like, is that like a cluster of like a lot of them, or is it
No.
like one that's like clustered up?
It would be like a cluster of legs, wouldn't it? Because it's like they serve them as like snow crab legs.
Just legs? Why is it 40? That's too expensive for just some legs.
It sounded like they gave you a lot more than just the legs.
Yeah, I guess so. But anyway, we're gonna pay for this, or
I guess I have to. Thank you so much for your time, Cecil Chatter. I hope you do find where the DMV is so you can go and cast your ballot.
I'm waiting for it to
You
go
have
down,
to.
so
You
I'm just
have to.
waiting for
You
food.
have to stay in line. You have
Why
to
do I
stay
have
in
to
line.
do it? There was
So
a- there
you
was a
have
lady
to
saying
stay
that I
in
could
line.
leave and come back.
I guess if you're an undecided voter, that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I can't. My daughter's not texting me back. I'm trying to figure out, who I'm supposed to be even voting for.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Cecil.
Thank
Go.
you for your time, but I don't really know what you did for me. They said you paid $15.
I'll go ahead and Venmo you that. Go
I
ahead.
don't know what that is. Can you just mail it to my boat?
Yeah, I can mail it to your boat. Thank you so much for your time.
You have a good day, Skox.
You have a great day as well, Cecil. That
I
was
hope that guy's hands get better or whatever.
that was I think like the most uplifting of all of our guests tonight.
It's so true, and it's so nice that in a country like ours, where people undecided
In a
voters
time
are
like
attacked
this.
every day,
Mm-hmm.
every day people are attacking undecided voters and treating them like they're so much lesser than because they have not decided to vote yet.
Mm-hmm,
But then you see people like him, and it reminds you that every undecided voter has a story,
right.
and his is that he lives on a boat and eats fish, but has only had
And he's been
43 of them.
he's been every enemy on your enemies list has been vanquished. He has been fishing for 30 years and has only caught 43 fish.
Well, he did say any fish that he ate, he didn't consider caught because he didn't keep it.
Okay, we have another guest. We have another guest on the line. This
Yes.
one appears to be certified lover boy PVA free Hank Parker. Hank, are you with us?
Hello, I'm with you. I suppose for the most part. Am I audible?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Excellent.
For some reason, hold on. For some
So-
reason, there's a background here that's not supposed to be there. Okay, we're good.
Oh, good. That's not my fault. Excellent. Hello, I'm Hank Parker. I'm an undecided voter.
Another
typically,
undecided voter.
Yes, I like to think I lean a little bit towards the middle. I like to think my voting habits are more issue based
Right.
rather than candidate based.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, the primary issues in this election are going to be tariffs and seatbelts for gamer chairs.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have not talked much about gamers in this stream.
I was hoping we'd go
Yeah.
the entire time without talking about gaming once, but unfortunately, it had to come up. So this is, it's fine. I think I think these are the sorts of things that we should be talking about in an election like
I'm
this, in a
sorry,
time like
I
this.
represent a underserved momentous of the populace
Mhm.
as the
Yeah.
very clearly the gamer of your show so far. I believe seatbelts are an important part that has been underserved in the.
Is that because you think
protocol.
games are just so real nowadays that like when you're playing them you get too excited and you pop out of your chair
Yes,
and
truly.
you collapse into your computer or television screen, whichever you're on.
The digital sphere is where life happens these
Mhm,
days, and I
mhm.
feel like the safety of that is underserved very severely.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
would like to see that addressed in this election.
Wow. Yes. They make games that are so cool and so epic, and I'm gonna say it badass. Sorry to curse on a stream. But sometimes I'm afraid I'm gonna get drawn right in. I'm playing this game with the video game vixen Tifa, and I get drawn into her eyes, and I practically fall out of my seat. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about video game women and their beauty?
Me personally,
Yeah, this is all about this stream is of course about
Are you
we're
more
talking
of
about
an
the important
epic
issues.
headshot gamer, or are you an epic love gamer?
I have to say that as a gamer, I like to fashion myself as a epic lover of
Yes.
sorts.
Yes.
I prefer
So many
the
of these,
long form,
oh, sorry.
the
excuse
long
me.
form romance.
Yeah,
Apologies
so many.
accepted. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so many people
And thank
think
you for
gamers aren't.
apologizing every time that I
So many
choose
people
to
think
start
that these
speaking.
jocks are the better lovers than the gamers, but who are the people who hold all the items towards the end? It's the gamers, because when we go into a boss fight, which in this case would be making love, would be the boss fight.
Yes.
We keep all our items to use in the thick of the fight. When you say, Newsman Scott?
I would say
Yeah.
that yes. I do think it's important to hold on to your items for the important moments as soon as you get into a battle or a love situation that you think
Yes.
I
Like,
will
yes,
appropriately need them.
When it really comes down to the brass tacks of it, it's the third party member, possibly even the fourth party member that really matters.
Wow,
What are
interesting.
some of the items you say for love, like white wine, rose petals?
Rose petals, typically, yes, they tend
condom.
to alleviate a myriad of debuffs, despite not dispelling all of them for some reason. They are much more commonly found than something that is a very all-encompassing poultice for the function.
Yes. Love making.
Love making. Phoenix down.
People don't think about this. People don't think about this because love is such a part of life, and these
Right.
mainstream news sources, or I call them news stores, because they're just selling you a
Because they're
fucking
selling
product.
they're selling you bullshit. Yeah.
They're selling you
Yeah,
bullshit.
so
They're
you
selling you
fashion yourself
bullshit.
as a sort of a voter for love, Russ?
Yes. Well, I don't think men and women can be friends, but I think they can be in love.
But have you considered several types of love?
Wow. See, I'm an undecided voter, and now you've just caught me off guard, and now I'm going to agree with everything you say.
Excellent, because love is truly the foundation of a government, and I believe without a lot of love,
Sorry, I'm not gesturing
inherent
towards you. I'm
process.
not. Look, Kyle Gold is in the chat. I
see.
I need him to fucking cut it out. I need him to She's not winning. Okay? Jill Stein is not winning.
Wow, Jill Stein.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
I do love an underdog, so perhaps it's worth going down to the voting booth and requesting a change of vote.
Wow.
Now, do you consider Jill Stein? Would you consider Jill Stein someone you would like to be under doing dog?
Oh, I would do all sorts of dogs. She seems like a dog.
Speak on that. Hold on. Speak on that.
Speak on that.
Speak on that.
Well, she seems like she likes to. She likes a bit of a leash.
Wow.
Because she'll draw voters in, and then there's a certain length of separation for practicality's purpose, I suppose. It's a very high-level game she's playing, if you really think about it.
And you are a bit of a gamer too, is what I understand.
Yes.
A love gamer.
A love gamer.
I'm looking through the
Tokimeki Memorial is only the beginning.
Yes. I'm looking through the Constitution. I went to the Constitution annotated on the website, and I don't see the word love show up once. So I don't know how much.
That's like a real shot against our democracy. And
Yeah.
And you do seem like
a fact checker.
As a lover boy, I do need to know how you stand on this. And I think I understand where you stand on this. Just sort of, from your oeuvre, from your aura that you're sort of presenting. But do you think boys and girls can be friends, or do feelings always get in the way?
I think boys and girls can be friends, but there's not always a guarantee, and feelings can get in the way, but don't always.
Oh, I hear a story. There's a story behind this. I hear a story behind
Occasionally,
this.
a situationship occurs, which complicates things.
Interesting. Now
and that's when you listen to Cloud Rap and Kid Cudi.
Yes.
Early Drake.
Yes, those are the emotions that these are the ones that we sort of feel. These are the artists who understand how it feels to be in a situation, to be in a situationship, as you've called it. Now, do you think it's possible to have a situationship without feelings though? It's still like, you can still be friends.
Not for myself. But if you're really horny, it can work.
So wait. How many partners have you had? Sorry to be I understand that's a little uncouth, but how many partners have you had?
A man doesn't disclose how many bottles.
But this is but Scott's a journalist. So
I am a journalist. You do need to tell me. You can give me a ballpark. You can tell me a
ballpark.
Double digits, triple digits.
If I gave you a ballpark, that would be about half.
Wait. What do you mean by that? Is that wait? There's 3 bases and home base. So that's 4 bases.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
you count the stands, Mr. Socks.
I mean, I guess if you hit a home run, it goes into the stands. And
indeed, it does.
And do you consider yourself someone who hits quite a lot of homers?
Well, you can call me Hank Aaron.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, speak on that. Speak on that.
He was a good baseball player and hit a lot of home runs.
Interesting. Okay, I get it.
I understand you may not have a lot of
I get
crossover appeal here.
Well, you are also apparently a gamer as well. Are you primarily playing baseball games?
Yeah, could you put this in terms of like Super Mario or Sonic? Yeah, what is the? I mean, Mario did play baseball at one point, but I didn't play that game. So please put it in terms of like a.
Put it in terms of Mario
RPG.
if you could, yeah.
A Mario RPG or a Mario Party.
In terms of a Mario Party, it's 4th player Donkey Kong, Mario Party 3. Hard mode.
Hard mode, wow. Hard mode, Lover Boy, once at it again.
Okay. Can you give it to us in Halo terms?
I'm not an Xbox guy. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Wow. But don't you remember when Fox News said it was the sex box because in Mass Effect you could have sex with every character twice?
I do. They were incorrect. It was 3 times.
Just 1 seat per game.
Okay, well, what other could you give it? You can give it to us in like PlayStation terms. Like give it to us in like Uncharted terms, like the amount of lovers that you had.
Can I give it to you in Dynasty Warriors terms?
Yes.
Yes, that's fine.
The mandate of heaven.
The first 3 levels at the very least.
Wow. So we're talking a lot. Okay. So now the thing I wanted to hit on here is you seem to be someone who's had quite a lot of lovers.
Yes.
But
how many friends?
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm trying to hit on here is like, did you truly develop feelings for every single one of them?
Yes. Were you eating popcorn with them at a movie theater and you were like, oh, I'm having such a loverly time at the movie theater, and then you fell in love? Like something like that? Did something like that happen?
Well, cannot one cut a hole in the popcorn box at the movie theater?
Well, come on. I don't like this character anymore. Come on, man.
What do you mean character?
That.
What do you mean character? What do you mean?
Just
what do you
this
mean?
interesting
What do you
character
mean?
we've met.
Yeah, that's true. He is a bit of an interesting guy.
It's BPA
well, I don't like them very much anymore because they made a woman touch their what's via popcorn bucket.
But it could have been consensual. It could have been consensual.
It could have been all, but they wouldn't have developed feelings. They would have already have had feelings in the movie theater. Which, knowing this character here, they probably did that already because kind of a creep, kind of a little freak. Not gonna lie.
Yes,
I'm gonna
that's
say it
kind of
now.
the
I think you're
bit.
creepy. I think you're a strange person and very disgusting. I don't like looking at you. I don't like smelling you. You're not a great person. And I take
A
it
lot of
back. You're
people
not
think
even
that
a
at
good gamer.
first.
You've never even played the Xbox.
Excuse
You're
you,
a
I've
fucking
played
fake.
Lost Odyssey.
I've never even heard of that game.
Of course not. You're not a gamer.
Oh. Wow. Newsman Scott, I am petitioning to have this man removed.
I can remove them in 6 minutes, especially because I do want to say our 5 minutes
I guess
now.
this is a debate. This is a debate. And the thing is
This
about
is a
debates,
debate.
you're allowed to have a retort. So please prove that you're an epic gamer who has sex and isn't a creep. Do that. Do that in 6 minutes.
Yeah, if you could, 5 minutes now, especially because our last guest appears to have not shown up in the server yet, so it's fine. I might need you. I really don't want to kick you off right now. That would in fact be quite difficult.
Oh, I do though, but I do.
But Russ does. So if you could please let's go ahead and turn this into a spirited debate. You say you've developed feelings for something of the triple digit, maybe quadruple digit amount of lovers that you've had. Do you what kind of feelings have they been?
Fleeting but intense, with a mutual understanding. You spend only a few hours with each.
Okay. Interesting.
But it is fulfilling. And perhaps that is all you need between each other.
Okay.
And sometimes.
You know what? I said you were a creep earlier. You've changed my mind. Soothsayer. Free speech warrior. Thank you.
Speak with the mind, not the words. Occasionally, you can understand each other. And it's wonderful.
And Hank, I really don't. I'm kind of with you, Russ. You said you changed your mind. I've been disgusted this entire time, quite frankly.
Wait, no.
A lot of people
agree
don't
with, now I
have
agree, now I
quite the
agree with-
exquisite taste as I do.
Well,
I understand.
Here's the
but-
thing: is do you think you could riz me?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Well, maybe. Do you want to give it a shot?
Do you have 6 chambers?
Like a gun? Like, what do you mean?
Yes. Can I load you up fully?
Can you? Is that do you have that ability to do that on your own with the amount of appendages that you have?
Yes. Hopefully.
I have to say, right now I'm curious. I'm not feeling the feelings yet. I really want to. I believe you when you say that you're a certified lover boy, but you haven't stuck the landing with me yet. And it's I'm open to it. I want to know.
I understand. Maybe if you're interested, we can follow up without as much pressure. Maybe that would be more amenable to Constitution.
We can take the pressure off. Is there any backing music that you would like for this situation? So something preferably non copyrighted.
Non-copyrighted. I believe Kevin McLeod has a few numbers that could work.
In Computech. Jazz.
Incompetech Jazz, beautiful.
Jazz by Kevin MacLeod. Here we go. Let's just play the playlist. Hey, sounds horny to me. So
That's all I need to hear.
The mood is set. The mood is set. I'm wigging out a bit. I don't know what's going on here. But if you could please, I would really I would like to hear how you would handle how we would have a bit of a night together.
Well, typically I'd start with making drinks, possibly telling the story of how I came about that.
Interesting. So how would you so all right. Well, I have a bit of a drink in hand if you wanna. Yeah.
What flavor Gatorade do we have here? I believe it's
This is Gatorade Zero Cool Blue, and unfortunately it's like empty. There's only a little bit of a drop.
I'm a lemon pepino man myself.
That's the Gatorade you like? Oh no, you
yeah,
like
it's
one?
very nice.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Oh, sorry, we have to kick you out now. Our final guest has finally arrived,
God
and
damn.
thank Christ,
I
you
was
were
about to score.
Unfortunately, you did not score with me tonight, Hank, but that's okay. I really appreciate
have
you
my
spending your
number.
time. Yes, I guess I do. I may think I'll text you a little later.
See, this is a bummer because it looks like friends that became love.
Well, look, no, it's just a friendship situation right now. I don't necessarily know if any feelings are going to develop.
That's true. I shouldn't have said that, and I apologize.
We're gonna see as the night progresses and as the polls close. I have our final guest here with us tonight. They are German intellectual Dr. Strunk. Dr. Strunk. Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Hey.
It is me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I coming through okay?
I can hear you. Yes, loud and clear, Dr. Strunk.
Yes. Yeah. I am here to talk about the election that is happening in America.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're so lucky to have you, by the way. It's so good to have intellectuals and free thinkers. So often they're silenced by the wokies. But we don't need to go in on that.
The vote left, yes. I know in America you call them the vote left, and
we call them wokies around this part, but that's fine.
We do call them wokies here on the stream. We've been calling them wokies so frequently. Do you have a video component ready to go for us?
I do, but I do not know exactly how to.
There's a big old button that says turn on camera.
Discord,
a big button that says turn on camera.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that in Spanish. Or, sorry, German.
Wow.
And it looks like yes, we got you up on the feed.
So, guten Tag, guten Abend.
Thank you. Welcome, Dr. Strunk.
Guten Nacht. Guten early Abend for me. Yes. How is everyone feeling?
I'm
maniacs.
I'm like kind of at half chub right now, just based on the last guest. But that's something you don't necessarily need to worry about. I mean, you can riz me too if you would like to. I think that would be interesting, but that is not a requirement to be on the stream.
No, I can't feel it. It's metaphorical. Yeah, of course. In any case, yes. There's no riz.
As an undecided voter, I feel like I just can't get horny. I just have no propensity for it. I'm so undecided about life and where to go and what to do.
You have much to be concerned about. It is not the sexual nature. It is true that most electors, when they are faithless or undecided, cannot perform.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a problem that many people are concerned of. Not me. I am electoralist. I care about the policy of electoralism, electoralism, as electoralism. But I do sympathize. I empathize with you. I have many colleagues who would be excited to study your brain post mortem.
Interesting. Speak on that.
Well,
real quickly, Shiloh Adventure
Germany.
2 Battle in the chat does say I have electile dysfunction.
Yeah, so funny.
Very
It's funny,
good.
but also
Yes.
sad the way politics are these days, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, yes. No, in Germany, it is known that we do not typically.
It appears our connection is getting a little.
It's very far away. Germany.
Yeah, Germany is very far away. Please go ahead. Go again. Yeah,
Maybe you're checking. I think he's checking so many stats and facts and all that.
Right. As any good
I will turn off
intellectual.
my radio. I turned off my radio. Can people follow me now?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, fantastic. So so I do think that Germany is perhaps not known to Americans for wonderful experiments.
Right.
Yes.
Everything good? We good? Ooh.
No. What's wrong?
Sorry, it appears we're having quite a connection issue. Which this
I will turn off my camera.
That's fine. That's fine.
I will not see my beautiful face.
Yes, I'm just worried that they're trying to suppress your message.
Let me go ahead and see if I can find a really good professional picture of you to put up in the meantime.
Yes. It's such a sad thing where we have to be worried that free thinkers like yourself, Professor, what was your name again?
Strunk, Professor Strunk.
Professor Strunk. So often the free thinkers of the world are silenced by those with the control of the internet. So many people, I have all these great Yelp reviews around the wider Washington area that have been suppressed by Yelp for being, offensive or mean-spirited.
Oh, well,
and it's so good.
Yes, what they call the straw man fallacy, or the ad hominem.
Was I in a famous Dave's barbecue restaurant and they played rap music and I got upset? Yes. And that's the fact of the matter.
Right.
That so often people are being told, "Shut up, take it." Sit on this and spin. Sorry, and that's I'm kind of a low man compared to your scientific wonderkind mind.
In Germany, we all enjoy sitting on it and spinning. It is also part of our. You may not know this. This is the Germans and the rear end, the sort of the interest in the rear end and its many things in pornography and also literature.
Yes. So much literature. I love German literature because so much of it has to do with so many men being pushed too freaking far. You know what I mean?
Yes.
This is
Many people will say, "Oh, the Trump, he cares about the German generals," and oh, yes. The problem is of course that the German generals are not unreasonable people. Perhaps we have gone too far once or twice, but certainly the same could be said about you Americans. Is this not true?
Yes.
And we are here to get your insights about the most important election of our time. This is I think like one of the biggest, most important elections that we've been in for as long as I can remember personally. And
How long can you remember?
About 4 years.
Oh goodness.
Yes.
Yes. Certainly. Yes. Much
As
more
a-
important than the last 3 years.
It's only 4 years for me politically. I can remember everything else perfectly.
As a 30-year-old man, I only started following politics 4 years ago when they decided to take out the boobs in a video game I was following.
Mhm.
And so far, it's been a wild ride. Yes.
That is called cathexis. It is what famous German, most famous intellectuals are German. Of course, it's a very, very smart nationality. Very, very, very superior in certain ways. But a famous German intellectual, Sigmund Freud, called this cathexis. He calls this cathexis, and you are experiencing cathexis in the loss of your boobies in the video game.
Right.
Yes. So true.
Yes. This is why the election is so important. You see,
Right.
It is how you say
Just to be real quick, Charlotte Adventure 2 Battle in chat says Freud was Austrian.
that is German too.
That is
They're
German.
basically the same thing. They're basically the same thing. Let's not go. Let's play hairs here.
This is some sort of Russian chatter in your some sort of...
not to balkanize your argument, but please let's continue.
Yeah, so goodness, it's all German to me.
Well, yes, because you speak German, because you're a German
Yes, and
professor.
I valorize the German people, but not in the way that people accuse me unfairly in your country.
I hate when you get accused. I hate being accused of all sorts of
And
things.
you're always being accused of a lot of different things, Russ, is what I understand.
Yes, it's so true.
Always untrue. Always untrue.
Yes.
But yes, I do think this is an important election because ultimately, and this is something that I know from my studies, whoever wins the election gets to be president for 4 years. And so it is a fairly long period of time. You looking that up? Are you fact-checking me?
Yes, I am fact checking you right now, just because
it's
this is
an unbelievable statistic.
Right, we are an unbiased source that we're here to present all sides of the conversation, and this is the question that we've been wanting to pose to you all night. The question that everyone is going to the pinned tweet in chat. They are clicking on it. They are voting. They're letting their voice be heard. They're joining the conversation. We want to know your position on this. Can boys and girls be friends, or do feelings get in the way?
Well, the truth is that even boys and boys cannot be friends in any real sense. That the desire for physical contact and the touch of another person, be it a man or a woman, is too strong. And that all relationships really are some version of sexual gratification, how you say. But this is not a problem. The friends may have benefits. Friends can.
Right.
But see, we already discussed this in the movie Friends with Benefits. The friends with benefits did fall in love with each other.
Right.
So in many ways, you made counteracted.
This movie is how you say propaganda.
Wow!
You're saying
Interesting.
You're saying JT and Mila Kunis are spreading a lie?
Oh my goodness! Yes, this is anti-friends with benefits propaganda.
Wow.
Yes,
What about the one with Natalie Portman?
Well, I do not know it. Does the Fraulein and the young heir? Do they link up? Do they become merely the friends with benefits, or do they embark on some sort of ridiculous romantic engagement?
They fall in love. I'm sorry to say.
This is nonsense. This is ridiculous nonsense. Propaganda from the flower and the Valentine. arm of the government, the world government, and not run by any specific person.
And now,
Listen,
unfortunately,
no one specific is running it.
I'm so sorry to
it's-
interrupt you. I'm so sorry to interrupt you both. Unfortunately, we just have received the rate a mutual redeem. Threat Framework has requested that I rate Little Russ as a mutual. And you, if you would like to as well, Mr. Dr. Strunk, you can also rate.
Yes.
You can
We're
rate
not
Little Russ.
mutuals 'cause I don't see you and
I
me
mean,
as,
we're
you're-
all oomfies on the stream.
Well, yeah, but I'm lesser than both of you because you're both such intellectual bigwigs in the world of media analyzation. I'm just kind of a lowly plebeian. I'm just I'm little Russ. I'm a small little creature in comparison to both of you. But please rate me.
If you
not be kind, be honest.
At 12,
Wow.
it is not clear to me what the actual statistic we are rating on, but
Wow.
I say 12. I say 12. Yes.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say 11 because I don't hold that high of an opinion on Russ.
Wow, that's insane. Well, I'm so glad to have made it to 11 and 12 of 100. And it's so good that I have a way to grow and stretch and become so much better. And I really appreciate both of you being so honest with me.
Germans are also very good at growing and stretching. Perhaps in the way we were talking about before. But perhaps this is not correct for the election stream. This is perhaps too ribald.
We don't like jokes here. This is a journalism broadcast. We have not made
Right.
any jokes or done anything to make laughs once in the entire broadcast. So
No.
we appreciate you not being funny.
No.
We really appreciate that.
There's nothing funny about electoral politics.
No. And the thought of somebody making jokes about it pisses me off so fucking bad
Say
that
more
I
about
might
that.
just shit my pants.
Would you say this is the first person to piss you off was your mother? See, I am not a psychiatrist, but in Germany, based on the work of that famous German, as I say again, Sigmund
And it's
Freud,
just a joke. Come on, everyone, lighten up.
We say perhaps your mother is the source of your woes, and perhaps you want to sleep with her.
Well, okay. I will say the first time I ever got
And I
mad
do want to butt in real quick and say it's not okay to sleep with her, but it is okay if she's your stepmom.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
correct. As
Thank
we have
you.
found so many of the pornographic movies.
See, thank you, Newsman Scott, for being able to establish that real quick. Well, when I was a very young child, my mommy told me to put my toys away, even though I was still playing, and go to bed. That's never led to me wanting to have sex with her, but that's half of your equation, and that's more proof to me than most of these phony balonies in philosophy and statistics. These leftist loons. So I'm just saying, you're 50% of the way there. That's better than half of these chuckle fucks in the media, is all I'll say.
I feel that you perhaps should consider the fact that you want to sleep with your mother, but that is perhaps not part of the conversation right now.
Yes.
For whom are you voting? I cannot vote.
Oh, I'm the undecided voter. I'm the
Yeah,
undecided
Russ
voter.
has been
Oh,
trying to decide.
you are undecided.
Yes.
And is this perhaps a manifestation of your distaste in the current crop of people, or are you is there too much choice?
By people, you mean women? No, I don't have a distaste for them. I just am scared of them.
Oh yeah. Ooh. The woman
Sounds
the
like I
woman-
found a compatriot here in that. So
Oh
thank you.
yes, no. When people say they are not scared of the woman, they are not considering the terror of the vagina.
Yes, very scary. True. It looks like a monster.
The deep sort of anxiety of the breast that can feed, but also hypothetically or excuse me, symbolically kill. Yes, so, of course, women are terrifying. This is just a fact.
It's so true. It's
part
so
of
true.
their allure, but also part of their danger.
And that's also why they're always the villain in horror movies as well, because they're just so scary. But also, like we do kind of we look at them and we're kind of like We're all like boys here. We get it. We
We all
understand.
three of us, if we were having briskies at the bar and saw fine honey,
Hmm.
we'd each be shouldering or elbowing each other, being like, "You gonna talk to her?
You gonna talk to her?
You gonna talk to her?"
Yeah.
Perhaps she is delivering us very big lager.
Ah, yes, 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 yes.
And then afterwards we all start kissing, and perhaps something comes of it. Who could say?
Yes.
That is German. That is German greatness right there. This is the truth of German nationalism and party and self. Is the potential of kissing your friends and saying this is somewhat fun. Perhaps nothing serious will come of this, but perhaps we can enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Wow, this has been an incredibly enlightening conversation. I'm really glad you're here. I feel closer to you as a person. I'm starting to understand why women distinctly are evil and why we can never be friends with them. I think that's a very important point that needed to be made, that someone finally came in here and let us know.
It is important, and it speaks to the importance of this election. Is that perhaps who you want to have as your president is the woman. It is true that the Machiavelli, he says you must be more feared than loved. So perhaps this Kamala Harris, she's a fearful woman, and this is good. Yeah. Well, food for thought.
I am very. Hold on. Something appears to be happening on the.
Who is this? Some sort of Islamist group?
Scott,
What is
you
it?
reading me?
Yeah, Kyle, I'm here.
Hey, Scott. Hey, Scott. Hi. How you doing, everybody in the studio? It's Steindemodium out here. We've had a crazy upset. This is. We're out here. We have him. Oh fuck. We're out here in the street. Get fucking back up. We're in here in the street here right now, and it is Jill Stein in an avalanche has gone. You're in front of the. Hang on. We're gonna get you the close up. If you can see, it's Jill Stein. Jill Stein has managed to pull off an unbelievable upset, an avalanche victory. I'm out here with the people. Hey. We're out here in the streets right now, and I'm doing an in-person interview with one of the many people who came out here and voted for Jill Stein to help her take this avalanche victory. You told me, sir, you work in the cow industry.
Yeah, I raise cows. I'm very ethical about it. There ain't no cows in our milk.
Okay, and we wanted to celebrate tonight, and I know I disappointed the gold minders with the. I just wanted to gold miners because of the Klobuchar and the hot dish incident of 2024. We're gonna get that. I saw the hashtags. And so instead I went out here to the street to talk to the Steiners and the Frankensteins, as they're calling them, and back from the dead. And we're gonna do a classic colloquial drink. Now this guy was
Is your friend juggling? Hold on, is your friend juggling?
Here, go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and show me this drink? Why don't you go ahead?
Hold on, I want to see this juggling. This was something like.
One part vodka.
Okay.
One part vodka.
I'm really
One
excited.
part silk oat milk creamer.
I'm really excited.
Chocolate peppermint, because I'm a dark Steiner.
That's what they're saying. They've got Pinterest boards now, Scott. I've been looking at them all night. And we're going to go ahead and get this going. So why don't you show me how this is done?
All right, we're gonna. Yeah.
No, you go. Go. No. Wait. Do you do the?
Yeah. You put that there.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, we're good. Keep your mind on the prize and your prize on the ball. Keep your eyes on the ball. Keep your mind on the prize. And then we get a little bit of. Tell me when.
When? It's thick out here with Stein fever, everybody.
Woo!
It's happening.
It's Jill Ware now.
It's would you hold on to this?
Whoa. And then you got
Oh my god.
Aristina, North Steinkota, Florida, Palestina, Maine, Green Party, Maine, George Stein. Vote for Jill Stein. We've already. I can juggle with this one hand. It's green just like the party. That's not how that goes. Colorado, North Dakota, Alaska.
The results are in.
Alaska.
The results are in. Can boys and girls be friends, or do feelings always get in the way? Yes, they can. Has won with 52.9% of the vote.
Oh my god!
And
It's the mood has certainly changed here in the streets tonight. I think all of us out here from the gold mine want to issue an apology for the statistical.
Yeah, I wish you would apologize. Please, by all means.
You look like incel Peter Griffin.
I can't fucking believe you. I cannot fucking believe you. I can't believe this is the shit that you are pulling on my stream. I cannot believe that you're doing. Kyle! Kyle! Get back here! Get back here! Kyle, listen. Kyle. Kyle. We're friends. We're friends. We're friends. Yeah, I do want to admit. Yeah, hand it to me. It looks chunky, it smells chunky. Look, Kyle. I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. Hold on, for some reason people can't hear you. Hold on, I don't know what's going on there. For some reason people can't hear you. Hold on, hold on, I don't know what's going on there. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, no, Kyle, thank you. No. Listen. I love you. I'm happy. I'm happy that you came. I think you did an okay job. I'm not. I am mad. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not mad. But I'm just really happy that you're my friend, man. I'm just really happy we're friends. No, we are friends.
And the bandages and could you like cash at me like $50?
Free Kosovo. Serbia is Palestine.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. No.
Just cut it.
No. That was awesome.